Gangster. 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 Gangster.
Lost recently in the hospital, you know, you're getting old, like things don't work like they used to, you know what I mean?
So improved production. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Nova. It's Supernova. Nova. So improved. FLIP fam. You ain't gotta like me. You ain't gotta love me. You ain't gotta like me. You can hate cause you ain't got it like me. On my team, FLI followed by P. Front all you want cause you're not in my league. You will respect me. You will respect me. You will respect me. I know you still respect me. Respected by the greats, ain't watching these youths out stepping round the states. Banging on the track like the weapon in your face. Sure and prove, drop it and we're sitting on the pace. Gave them the album, levels then were raised. Back again, cool, this forever run a day. We've been repping it from days I was more calculating the measurements of weight. Now they all riding waves, I'm reheating my old bars, microwave. They live the hood life's what they trying to say, but their mind state changed from the iron blaze. You wasn't ready for shit to really get heavy. Was talking you bust your semis to come back like Machiavelli. I've witnessed a lot of envy, was legendary on SD Caridi. I put in work and the game still respect me. You ain't gotta like me. You can hate cause you ain't got it like me. On my team, FLI followed by P. Front all you want cause you're not in my league. You will respect me. You will respect me. You will respect me. I know you still respect me. Who you looking to impress? I done had it all already, I ain't looking for respect. Games full of frauds, pussy on their breath. Flows got them tripping, now they looking for the ref. Now you on the bench sitting down. I'm striking, ain't got time to piss around. Got love when it is in our itchy town. I'm shooting for the top bullet in your crown. So you got skunk and the coke and you're rapping by how you move hundreds of O's. Been there for real, done this on road. Now the guns in your boat put a lump in your throat, right? These little beggars ain't never gonna be remembered. What happened all about Berettas and lives they've been trying to tell us. I'm riding for something better, now guys are all kinda jealous. From now we're until the end, it's flip life, they respect us. You ain't gotta like me. You can hate cause you ain't got it like me. On my team, FLI followed by P. Front all you want cause you're not in my league. You will respect me. You will respect me. You will respect me. I know you still respect me. Me. Nova. It's flip life. Nova. The game's all hating. You ain't gotta like us. But you will respect us. Shut up.
Yeah. It's the Gangsta Hippy podcast. It's 2026. It's a new year. It's still the same show. We've got a very, very special guest today. My boy Nova. What's good, my bro?
What's good, brother?
It's good to see you, bro. It's been a minute.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me.
How are you, Bucky?
I'm good, bro.
Good Christmas?
Yeah, man. All good.
Yeah. Little one, all good?
Little one is, loving life.
Yeah.
Yes, all good.
Yeah, we put all that time and effort into making Christmas special for the little ones, and then bam, just like that, is boxes and wrapping paper everywhere.
Yeah.
Half the shit I got Ayana is still fucking not even opened in boxes and bags. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, you made it, bro.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I mean?
Pass through. Man.
First guest of 26. You know.
Six.
Yeah, you know, we've had a few legends of the what you'd call the UK hip hop scene. Do you know what I mean? And you're definitely one of them, bro. You've been doing this a long time. Do you know what I mean?
Man.
Fucking.
Wow.
Tell us about that track. That's off the Last Man Standing album, wasn't it?
I might have put it on there. Yeah, it is. A bit, like, I put it as a bonus track on a re-release of a project called Forever.
Yeah,
it was a Sean Prove produced album, so it's like me and him.
Yeah,
like one producer. I can't. So in my head, I look at it as that album as well. But the Last Man Standing thing was like a mixtape, so it had stuff that was
Yeah.
on a few other bits.
Right,
So it
I
might be
see.
on both of those projects.
Yeah.
Nice.
That song, like, do you know what that actually was? I had a bit of a moment with that song because Charlie Sloth played it on his One Extra. I think it was even on Radio 1 by then, quite a lot.
Dope.
And so I got a nice PRS check from it, just
Nice.
from just him. But then no one, it's like it didn't pick up. No one else jumped on it and played it because he was playing it.
Yeah.
But what it was you remember Benny Banks?
Yeah.
Bada Bing, yeah?
Yeah.
So if you go and listen to that beat and then you listen to my one,
Yeah.
it's a similar sound, right? So
Yeah.
Sean Prove had produced that song for Benny Banks
Right, okay.
at a time when he just got his he just got signed to 679. He got signed to a major, I think 679 through Warner.
Okay.
And the thing with a lot of them rappers of that era, Benny Banks, Joe Black, I don't know about if this applies to Joe in the same way, but they didn't write choruses a lot.
Right.
They're in that era of buying the booth, so they just
just
spraying. So that song, Sean Proof had made that beat and that chorus, like, bada boom, bada. That's from one of his other verses where he actually just made, I think he made that chorus and,
right.
I mean, don't quote me, but yeah. So he put that song together, that's kind of popped off. And then Sean Proof at the time, he just had a load of songs out.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh, I want one of those.
Yeah.
So he kind of made this little sound for a moment. So Rich 32 had one.
Right.
I can't remember the name of it. And there's a bunch of songs basically Sean Proof production.
Not the Tractor song, that weren't.
It might be, you know.
That's that same kind of vibe, weren't it?
It's not. I don't think it's the Tractor song, but it's around that time.
Yeah.
It is around that
When
time.
he first popped off as well, yeah.
So like, he's got this sound buzzing anyway, and everyone wants one of them. Everyone who's popping in the game, but that's my guy. Me and him got a studio, so he's telling me this. Everyone wants, you know, and he's telling me like what he's quoting people for the price. I was like, yeah, you know, I want one of those.
yeah.
And he's like, yeah, cool. So he pulled out that 2-3 of them.
Nice.
Gave me, and I mean, and that's
Family
kind of what.
price, obviously.
Yeah. Well, no, you know, maybe I shouldn't say, but yeah. Keep that
he
there,
paid the same price as Ben. You know what I mean? But yeah, fucking, it's been a minute, bro. Obviously, we met. I got you down for an elbow grease night a few years ago. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We was doing the elbow grease nights, and then a good friend of Bucky's, he used to run the Owl Sanctuary, Dan Halen.
Yeah.
Fucking, he was what was he, tour manager?
Yeah, he was Motorhead's tour manager.
Yeah, he was Motorhead's tour manager. So at that time, like, that place was the venue, but it was one of the last venues for Norwich. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, it was a good home for hip hop in Norwich. So I got you, Dan, Chester, Skinny, Parky. You had a few. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sick. I feel like I don't know if we spoke before that though, but I was aware of you a bit before. Like, obviously must been aware of each other before that, but I feel like the first time I remember seeing you or meeting you was in York.
Of course.
With Tommy Corbin.
Yeah, of course.
Jeremy Corbyn's son had booked everyone. Us for a show, so I performed there as well. I don't know if we spoke that day or whatever, but
he
was on stage with Skinny, and I remember, I just remember it being a time you was doing a lot of shows with Skinny when he was doing his shows.
There was a little period, wasn't there?
I said it before on the show, do you know what I mean? But obviously I met Skinny in jail.
Yeah.
And you know what it's like in jail, everyone's, I'll do this and do that. And Skinny was like, when we get out, I'm going to take you on gig, I'm going to do this and do that.
And he was to his word.
I've been in jail for a million years at this point, thinking I'm just gassed to meet him and become his friend. But yeah, he kept in contact and he kept his word, took me all around the country. I bought these lot, and do you know what I mean? Yeah, that was a mad gig, meeting Tommy Corbin, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking, and isn't he doing he got like a weed cafe or something?
Yeah. It's called the National Hemp Service, so the NHS.
Mad.
Nice.
Yeah,
big up Tommy Corbin, big up Jeremy Corbyn, all of them, man, do you know what I mean? But yeah, what you been up to though?
Well, I'm the last 6 years, to be honest, I've just been being a dad. Do you know what I mean? I've been a single parent, really.
Yeah.
So I've had my daughter on my own. She's basically like an adult now. So that kind of is changing a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so I've been doing a lot of stuff in that time, but that's really what I've been doing.
That first, everything else comes.
Yeah. And I've been like, since COVID, I kind of, for the first time, been doing like work that's not related to music
Yeah.
in a sense. So my mum like works with kids with disabilities with communication difficulty, like very complex communication needs.
Yeah.
And she's my younger brother was born with cerebral palsy, so that's kind of how that started.
Right. Okay.
I didn't know I was going to go into this. I've never really talked about this before, but so she's kind of dedicated her life in that field. I've helped her here and there along the way with bits of work, because she originally set up a school on Holloway Road for kids with disabilities, and it's kind of a mixed school, so anyone could go there. And I think that's even still there. She set that up like a charity, it got left there. And then she set up a new thing, and she was doing her work. And during COVID, just before COVID, me and Kingpin, you know Kingpin, the rapper, so me and him had a business that he set up called Underworld Connect, that was doing flyer campaigns, and we were putting some events on. But obviously, COVID came, every venue closed, so we had to shut our business down.
Right.
And I was just kind of lost, like. And then on the flip side, my mum's business was like all the kids are at home. They needed more help. So she was actually more busy than ever. Yeah. So she was like, turned to me and my sister, was like, right, this is growing. Like, come and help me with the business side of stuff. And so I kind of we became directors with her. And that's kind of become like what I'm doing day to day. What I'm doing day to day. And it's just built since then, and on and on. Like, it's just, you know.
So that's mainly with like disabled kids, special needs kids stuff.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So but you know, I just do like the marketing and like more business end stuff. Yeah, they're up north as well. Like, we got teachers all over the country who go into schools. They're like specialists who go and work with the kids directly. But yeah, so I guess that's what I've been doing the last few years as well. And obviously,
so did your mum set that up after your brother was born? And
yeah, so my brother is 37 now, and when he was born, they said he wouldn't live past 7 years old. Yeah, and you know, like, she wrote a book called the Cerebral Palsy Handbook. It was like a guide to parents. I literally picked it up and started reading it the other day. I've never read it. I was like, what? Have I never read this? Because it came out when I was a kid. I was like, it's like it seemed like a medical book or something that I'm not going to be able to read as a kid. So I always thought, I'm going to read that one day. And then like Big Ben, he's read it because he read it in prison. He said he found it in the prison library, and he was like, rah. And like his mom's got a shout out at the beginning. Like, I'm like, rah, this is what, how's my brethren, he's read it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't read it. But anyway, like, I say that just to say, you know, she kind of realized there wasn't a lot of help out there. And she just kind of was like, right, I need this help, I need that. I'm gonna write this book to help other parents. And then she was like, I'm gonna go and do my studying and become a teacher. And she's like the expert in that field. You know
that's dope,
man.
Big up to your brother, do you know what I mean? He's obviously a fighter, bro.
Yeah, legend. Trust me, icon.
Yeah, big up. But yeah, I mean, let's take it right back. Yeah. So, what you're North London born and bred, or what's?
Yeah. So I am. Like, my parents are actually both not from London, which is mad, but they lived in London a long time. Right. So when I was born, my mum's basically like from the Midlands. Okay. Like Wolverhampton, Walsall. Yeah. And but yeah, I was born in London. I'm trying to, like, I can't remember the name of the hospital. It's by Paddington Hospital. Islington, Camden.
So always been north,
just always been there, pretty much. Yeah. A lot of people think I'm from Camden specifically. I'm actually from Islington, but I've always kind of lived on the border. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, is mum, dad still around? Like,
they're both still around, but they both live out of London now. Yeah. My mum's up in the Lake District. Yeah. My dad's down the other side of the country. So
yeah. Other than your brother, any more brothers and sisters around, or?
So yeah, my younger sister as well. There's the three of us are from my mum's side, isn't it? Yeah. And me, so like I say, me and my sister. They moved up like north. They moved to Huddersfield first when I was like 18. So my sister was about 11. Yeah. So she hadn't quite gone into secondary school yet. So like she probably don't remember London
Yeah.
that much. She's like grown up somewhere else,
Right,
in a
okay.
different like place and life. Where I was 18 years old at that time, and like my mum's like, right, I'm moving. Like, are you coming? Kind of thing, and I was like, fuck no, I'm here.
Yeah.
Probably should have went with them, to be honest. Like when I deep it now, I'm like, what would I do? Like, but I was just like, you know, at that time in my life, I think I had a record deal. I was touring with Skinny. I was doing Mud Fam stuff.
Yeah.
Like we definitely had. No, you know what? Do we have the EP out? I can't remember now. We might not have had the EP out, an EP out. I think we did.
Yeah.
Either or. It was like close to that time. So I was like, I'm here. I've got a music career. It's building. But then like, yeah, things went a bit mad at that time. So that's why I kind of say, yeah, maybe I should have gone, because like I was just there trying to do music, but there's a lot of stuff in the streets going on that was a bit hectic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine, bro. Like all them areas, do you know what I mean? Islington, Camden, do you know what I mean? Fucking, I remember being in jail on the rap course with like some old guys that's been fucking hooked on heroin for 30 years, hearing stories about like living in Camden. I was thinking, fucking hell, I thought parts of Norwich were bad. Like this is like, do you know what I mean?
Of course.
Camden specifically, like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It sounds like a mad place to live and grow up.
I mean, it's crazy now. I know it's crazy back then, but yeah, Camden's, it's madness still. It's like, it's a war zone out there the last like recent years, man. I'm saying it's sad, really.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's always been a lot of crime and gangs, but obviously, well, you think it's worse now because of the gangs?
I don't really lean into that narrative. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, it's so much worse now, and they like to like hype that up because they want to like really shame. Like, I don't know if they're trying to shame the gang culture or what they're trying to do really. There's always a, you know, anti-working class, anti kind of element to those conversations. So sometimes I'm like, is it really worse? Maybe not, because back then, like, yeah, cool, there's crazy gang culture now, but those guys actually know they have to avoid each other. Like, they're not like standing on this corner like constantly. You know, like if you had a beef back in the day, you might see 30, 40 man just running up on a madness like any time, innit? Like, and you couldn't go certain places without like serious risks. Where now I don't know if like people are indoors more. They're not like they're not really out in the streets daily. Like, they're gonna go and ride out and look for people when they choose to. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I mean, which is worse? I don't know, but probably was worse before.
In general, the youths are in the house more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It is mad. Like, even the kids, whether you're on the road or not on the road, like, they're all gaming and on the internet. Do you know what I mean? Like, the teens, they're all talking to each other on headsets, and do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Like, even the proper like gangsters, you know what I'm saying, they're sitting in their house like watching anime. You know what I'm saying? Doing some hippie shit, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, no, of course.
Like, people might not realise that, but they are, man.
Yeah. and no matter what's going on ground level, we know usually it's because of what's happening at the very top.
Of course,
it's causing.
Even if they know it or not, you know what I'm saying. Even if them kids know it or not. Like, yeah. So like, I don't know, like in Camden now, like I'm not outside anyway, but like obviously man's a lot older, but I'm not. I don't go to bait places. Do you know what I'm saying? I just ain't got no reason to be out here. And like, there's at one point where like Terror Slim was always on the strip in Camden selling his CDs. So sometimes I would just go and check him, and I'm standing there for a bit. But like, so much years have passed. I'm like, these new generations of kids, they don't know me. They don't know me. I'm like, you know, that's good. That's good. Like, I was standing there with Terror this one day, and his kids come to me. He's like, where do I know you from? I know your face, like, and I'm looking at him, and it was like this old like Somalian guy who everybody knows. Yeah. He's sitting on this wall, and he's got his drink or whatever. Like, but he's a bit of a drinker or whatever. But everyone knows him. Everyone respects him. Something going on.
I could hear something popping off, bro. Like,
Fireworks, is it?
yeah, it's not a fucking celebration. We don't know. Man. Chinese New Year or something.
I don't know, mate.
Know what I mean?
But yeah, now this older guy's there, and he's seeing the young boy kind of half interrogate me, but he's kind of just asking where he knows me from.
Yeah.
The old guy's like, "We don't know him. You don't know him.
Yeah.
He's been here forever." And I was like, "Yeah, I've been around here, bro." But I just left it at that. I didn't really even like. I don't even want you to remember my name. Let me just leave it at that.
And
bro.
it's different. You got a daughter, you're a dad. Do you know what I mean? You don't think like when you're young, you don't think you'll be that older guy looking at. Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, we all get there eventually. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But fucking so in terms of music and stuff like that, what was your mum and dad listening to? What music was in the house when you was young? What was the first stuff you was hearing when you was like?
I don't actually. Like, I can't really think of like obvious artists and that, but like later on when I really got into music, I got my mum's whole record collection, and there was all sorts of stuff in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was soul music in there, but there's a lot of more like folk music and stuff. What English people played in England a lot, I guess. You know, Beatles records and like obvious stuff. But my mum used to like. You know, she'd have parties in the house. They'd play guitar and sing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there'll be people. My house was like one of them. My house was a hippie house, if anything. So like, my mum would have like her friends round, and they'd all be drinking, and they'd have mad house parties. Guitars are out, and they're singing their. I don't know. I'm saying folk music, but that's just. I don't really know where to put it in it. But.
Yeah, what would you call that music, Bucky?
What?
Just like if you strumming the guitar.
Just like acoustic music. I don't know. It depends what sort of songs they're playing, innit?
I don't even know, man.
Same with me.
But it was like live.
It's folk music and rock and roll, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can leave it at that. But yeah, so I'd hear music, like, but I wasn't really like paying attention to that or into that. Do you know what I mean? But I got into music just young anyway. I don't know. You know, I got bought the old school, the yellow Sony Walkman. You know what I'm saying, like the classic one for a birthday one year. I don't know how old I was then, like 6 or something. Michael Jackson, and then like I remember getting I remember there was a turntable in my house, so I think it was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles record.
Rap. Yeah.
I only realised that the other day because I remember having that record and I'm thinking, oh, that must have been my first rap record then, but I hadn't thought of it at the time.
Yeah, never thought.
And I don't know why I was bought that, probably because I just like the cartoon and that, or the film, so my mum bought that for me. Yeah, that's actually probably my first rap record before.
Yeah, that was hard as well.
Yeah.
Was that the like Go Ninja Go? Or was that
Vanilla
Ice?
I can't remember either.
I can't remember either.
It was on telly like last year or something. I remember thinking, wow, that kind of banged. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what was the first rap you got into before you started rapping yourself? What sort of stuff influenced you when you was young?
So it's mad because I was in London, obviously, in maybe where you'd imagine the heart of rap music, whether coming from America or not, to be.
Yeah.
But we used to go to Wales a lot, to a little town village called Manabir in like South Wales.
Right.
Yeah. It's near Tenby, which is a place some people would know more. And basically, my youngest sister, on her dad's side, she got other brothers and sisters, so they were from there. Right. So like I kind of classed them as my brothers and sisters as well, but they're really my younger sister's siblings. So we would go and visit them, and I had my older brother through her. His name's Gavin. He was like, I don't know, for however many years older than me, but he was really into hip hop. So I would go into the Wales, into the middle of like nowhere, where they just walk through farms and like doing madness, and like I was learning more there than I was in London. Probably because I was kept in the house a bit, or wasn't really. And this is like really young as well.
And you got someone there, I suppose, who's actively sort of.
He's involved, influence. So, and then he had a friend called Ben who lived a few roads up from him. His name's Opus One. He's a rapper from there, and so they're showing me rap music then. So they're showing me Public Enemy, Cypress Hill. I That's one of the main two things I remember. But it's probably those. It's not like that was when that just come out. Those artists were like had been around a while.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
probably might have been older music he's playing me. Onyx. But I think everyone kind of heard Onyx. I saw you mentioned, yeah.
First tattoo, bro.
Yeah. I see you
Know what I
mentioned.
mean?
I think
I went to
sick.
see Onyx in a jazz cafe. It was brilliant.
Yeah. I saw them there as well. You know, so I actually forgot it happened. I was like, I've never seen Onyx, and I saw like a video in my phone.
Yeah.
You know, like memories.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
video of. I was like, when did I go to? Well, I think I must have been outside and just ended up like someone would like come in.
They were hard though.
You know
They
what?
were
I've
like,
never seen them.
Is it?
Like,
oh
this is
mate, they
mad,
put on a
so-
good show. They're
Yeah, of
like
course,
climbing
energy.
up the
Yeah.
like on
When
the
they do a
speakers
show,
and
is
shit.
it just Fred Rowe and Sticky
Yeah.
nowadays?
Yeah, it was.
Who died? Big DS.
I can't remember the name
No,
as well,
but-
no, but someone did
There
early on,
was-
innit?
Yeah, Big DS
Yeah.
died, and then the other one was Sun
Yeah, I think I
City,
saw the
weren't
Drink Champs. They used to be like 4 or 5 of
it? Yeah,
them,
Sun
didn't
City,
they?
Big DS, and then obviously the two main two were them, innit?
Yeah.
My Cody from my first case, he's from America, do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And he came over here and he was laughing at some of the hip hop we was listening to. He was like, Onyx, these guys are like, they're celebrity, they're sellouts over there, do you know what
Is
I mean?
it?
He's trying to show me underground rap. He's like, this is what we listen to
Do you
in
know
the
what?
States.
What's funny about Onyx? One of my friends was like, I never really thought it before because they're so aggressive and energetic.
Yeah.
My brother was like, listen to Onyx beats. They're like Tribe Called Quest beats.
Oh yeah,
And
it's not like
and I had to go back and listen. I was like, oh yeah, shit.
yeah, it's
Like
not
their
that
beats are
heavy.
not like
Yeah.
they don't, but it worked. You know what I'm saying, but it's
Yeah.
kind of like
I mean, yeah, to a degree, but the second album, All We Got Is Us,
nah, true.
was grimy.
Crazy. Album's crazy. 50,
Yeah.
50 Cent on the shit.
Yeah, no.
No, that's the next one, the
that's
third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Back
You're
the
right, you're
Fuck
right.
Up was, hype. That was like OPP, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
on some gangster shit. That
And
was.
then All We Got Is Us. Yeah.
And by the time they put Shut 'Em Down, Fred Roll's in Moesha.
Yeah.
Sticky
You're
Fingers
right,
is in
you're right.
films. They're celebrities by
Yeah,
this
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He directs films now. Sticky Fingers. I saw their interview on Drink Champs, and he's
Hold
Yeah,
on, what, didn't
yeah.
he turn into fucking Blade? What's the one that Wesley Snipes was?
Yeah, there was
That
Blake.
is Blake,
Sticky
yeah.
Fingers did that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I never watched
the
that.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
series, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, I came back from a summer holiday one year, and like my brother, he going to Wales, and he gave me his Public Enemy T-shirt.
Yeah.
He gave me clothes. He like took me to get a haircut. Like I came back from Wales back into
Yeah.
London to like Islington, Finsbury Park Primary School,
Yeah.
and I was just like this little hip hop kid. I'm probably 8, 9 years old. You know what I'm saying,
yeah.
but.
You've been
And I remember it,
converted.
I'd been converted, and then like, so I might have done that just before everyone else, because then I think after that is when Snoop came out, and then that's when it was really
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay, everyone in London, everyone in England was listening to that, and it was on the news. It was like on the newspaper front cover and that, and then and I think I had another brethren basically who was friends with my brother in London who lived around the corner from me called Rust. He was a writer, Rust from DDS.
Right.
And once I'd got this bug, I realized like, okay, he's the guy. I'm gonna go knock for him and get tapes from him. So I was
Yeah.
always knocking on his door, like, what you got for me? What you got for me? And I remember him giving me a like Cypress Hill or taping Cypress Hill Black Sunday for me,
Yeah.
which I'd already known about. I was like, I'll tape that for me.
Yeah.
And I think 36 Chambers wasn't out, but Protect Your Neck, the single,
Yeah.
was out, and
That was the first single,
he just
yeah.
put it at the end of that tape,
Yeah.
and I didn't know what this was, but
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
just had this Protect Your Neck song at the end of a Cypress Hill
Yeah.
tape that he made, and just being like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Like, and then I think Wu-Tang, that changed everything. That's when I
Yeah.
really wanted to like, okay, we should rap as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mad how many people I've spoke to or had on the show where they all talk about Cypress Hill as the first.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
It
do you
is a
know what I
mad,
mean?
yeah.
well, it's like crossover as well.
It is
They weren't they?
crossover,
They
yeah.
were like popular with the rock
Exactly.
music fans
Yeah.
and all that. so-
Exactly that. My friend's older brother was a grunger, so he had all the Nirvana rock stuff, but he had the black. Do you know what I mean? The Black
Yeah.
Sunday.
I think Onyx even did that, but as well. I think they
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
did crossover a bit as well, but I didn't realize
And
that at the
Wu-Tang.
time.
Yeah.
And Wu-Tang as well. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Onyx done an album or something with Is there a band called Biohazard or
Yeah.
something?
Something like that.
Some mad
Yeah,
rock
yeah.
band. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes sense. The sound, you know, there is crossover in the sonics and the vocal
Yeah.
performance.
I think because I always just used to think it's purely they was trying to market to the young white people in America. But also, there's a part of them they want to experiment and make this music, this energy is like different for them, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can kill hip hop beats. Like, what else can we do? Do you know what I mean? Fucking So yeah, obviously you've heard it, you love it, you're into it, you're wearing all the clothes.
Yeah.
When did you start writing or getting into it yourself? What happened there?
So I don't know. You know, me and Big Ben were just like, Big Ben was my guy. Me and his.
Yeah, big up Big Ben. He's good people. I seen him
man.
at, like when we used to come down to Silver Bullet. And
Yeah. Of
It
course.
was always loved.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's a good guy.
I mean, yeah, he's like a staple in Finsbury Park. That's his ends. He lived there from. I was the age we were just talking about, and we all went primary school near the Silver Bullet there, just up the road. But yeah, me and him were just, you know, I think it was around the time the Wu-Tang Forever came out. I remember Wu-Tang Forever came out and getting the CD player by now, and me and Big Ben and my mom and his mom went away somewhere. We went on a little holiday, like just in England somewhere. We went just out to the countryside, and I just remember sitting in the car going, "No, we need to make a group." We never even rapped, so we were just talking about it, and we think like what we're going to call ourselves and all this kind of stuff, and but we didn't ever write anything or rap or nothing, and then we just forgot about that for a bit. And then one of my friends, Turbulence, came to my house one time, and Big Ben's already there. We were just chilling, and he came and he got the headphones and was like, "Oh yeah, look." Plug the headphone into the
turn it into a mic.
Went, look at this, and then like, you know, the CDs used to have like the instrumentals on them sometimes. So he just put the CD in and he just started rapping, and I was like, huh? And then so me and Ben just started rapping with him. Like that tape must exist somewhere. You know what I mean? It probably got destroyed from away. But the first time we ever rapped was just there. We just pressed record and started rapping, man. You know what I mean? And then we made.
So how old was you then?
I say like 12.
Oh, young.
Oh, so that's pretty young.
About 12,
Yeah.
And so these times I've never heard a British rapper.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like, it's still like, Wu-Tang. Like, I'm just thinking about what stuff we're into. It's still like Wu-Tang, Tupac.
Mobb Deep.
You see, the thing, I love Mobb Deep. Prodigy is one of the greatest of all time, but because I'm like loyal to a fault, I didn't like anyone Tupac had beef with.
Right. I get it.
Especially like when I was young.
Yeah, because you're young.
Like,
that's my dog, man. Yeah, I get it.
But saying that though, I did get the Biggie albums, but then that's more like maybe when Biggie died as well. I got more like, you know what I'm saying. Maybe that's a bit late anyway. I might be mixing things up. But anyway, you know, we're rapping, but yeah, I've not heard no British rap. We're just doing our thing. And then at some point, I'm still going to check my brethren Rust around the corner to get tapes. And actually, we went to the Fugees concert. Yeah, we went to the Fugees concert for my birthday. Me, Ben, a couple of my friends from school.
Yeah,
and we're still young, so maybe we're like 14 now.
Yeah,
and my mum was like, "Cool, you can go, but like Leon's got to go with you, so because she knows him around the corner, he can take us and look after us and that." And we actually went to the Michael Jackson concert a few years before. That was my first ever concert, was Michael Jackson. And then the second one was the Fugees. And
that's a good first two gigs.
Yeah. And the mad thing about the Fugees one, it was 97. And Jay-Z was the support act.
Mad.
Yeah. And he was just brand new. Like he just had.
Is that when he had the old picture, the famous picture that he had in London? What was it in like?
No, it wasn't that early. But yeah, that's when he was. That's before. But I'm saying when it came, that's when he was like working with Jazzo and like the other the features he was doing. That was I think that was for Jazzo's studio sessions he was over here for, if I'm right. But
yeah.
It was when he just put his first single out for Reasonable Doubt. Maybe it was just before the albums come out. He had the Can I Live? And the Foxy Brown one. So that's that. Them. So he basically performed them two tunes, maybe a couple others.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who he was. And my friends were like, "Oh, this is this new guy, or whatever." I think I might have heard the single because that was on the TV or whatever. But anyway, sidetrack. We're in the queue waiting to go into this concert, and my Leon's there, Rust, and he's telling me like, yo, like you got to start listening to the British stuff. And I'm like, what? And he's like, oh yeah. Like if I want, he's like, I wonder if there's any of the British rappers performing here because support acts or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, you got to listen to the Mud Family.
Yeah. And
I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah. So he's like, he gives me this instruction. He's like, right, go to West End tomorrow. Yeah. Go to Oxford Street. You're gonna go to this place called Mr. Bongo's, and he's telling me like other little record shops. He goes, go in Mr. Bongo's and ask him for the Mud Family record. And maybe there was two of them. I can't remember because both the records were out at the time. And he was like, yeah, these are my boys. They're like local. They're like rappers from around here. They're cold. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I must have done that the next day. So I've gone and I've bought that record. Yeah. I've gone home and I've listened to like Skinny, Mongo, Chester P, the Mud Files EP, and then they had the second EP with Mark B. I don't know if I had both of them at the same time or at least had that first one. And I was just like, what the fuck is this, man? I'm saying they're rapping about my ends. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, these people are rapping about my ends. And they sound English. It blew my head because we were kind of rapping American. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I heard that before I ever met Skinny and anything. I heard that in a way you you did as well, right? You'd heard him before you linked up with him as well. Yeah. But this was when it was a very niche thing. Like he hadn't had any actual. There was no Skinny Man records out or whatever, right? So I heard that anyway, and then I was like writing. I was writing at the time anyway. Obviously, I became very influenced by that. Yeah. Because it was naturally, but it's like, this is how we talk around here anyway. So I'm like, then we started recording little songs and we're doing our little thing recording. And I think some of the influence, even from hearing those records, you're hearing them early things and some of the slang and I'm picking up things from them guys before I've even seen them. Yeah. And then I met up with, I was going to Westwood raves them times because you used to be able to get into the Westwood rave, whatever age, they just let anyone in. Right. Yeah, he used to say it on the radio, and that's what's really weird with all this new stuff about him coming out because it's like,
I was gonna say,
with all the creepy nonsense side to it. And now I think about it, he used to say on the radio, they won't ask you for ID. It's on Radio 1, like he'll go, the venue is over 17s. I'd never heard of that before or since, but that venue in Tottenham, the Temple, used to be, or at least for his night, they had a license where it was an over 17s venue. And he used to say, he goes, it's over 17s, which means it's not over 18s. They'll let any of you in. He's like, remember your date of birth. Yeah, dog, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, so I'm with like 15 them times. So I'm like, going to these raves, and then I see my boy Nasser at one of them.
Big up Nasser.
Yeah, big up Nasser.
My brother, yeah. And Nasser went primary school with us as well. So me, Big Ben, Reg Sweet Jones, Big J from UK Overstood. A bunch of us had gone primary school together, but Nasser's a bit older than us. Right. Yeah, he's like 3 years older or whatever. And he used to be at the youth club. I don't know if he even worked there. He used to teach us to like DJ and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's another elder that I had known just from around the ends since primary school. And I saw him outside the Westwood thing, so we're catching it up. And then a little while later, I just see him on Holloway Road. And I was like, and there was a Westwood dance coming up. I was like, yo, you going Westwood thing this weekend? And he was like, nah, fuck that, fuck Westwood. He was like, you need to come to Mudlums. And I was like, what do you mean, like Mud Family? He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, no, I know about that. I got the record. He was like, nah. He's like, I'm Mud Family. And I was like, what? Because obviously, like these times, there's 3 rappers on the Mud Fam record. Yeah. So I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah. Forget all the American, like them American parties. Like you need to come to here, like. And I think there was a Mudlums dance in Camden at the time, Dingwalls. And then I tried to go to that, and I couldn't get in. Like I actually tried to go, like I can't get in. I'm like, rah. Eventually, I think I did get in one time. And I remember seeing Skinny there, and I didn't even talk to him. I don't think NASA was there for whatever reason. Anyway, I can't remember that well. But obviously, I've told NASA I'm rapping, and he was like, "Yo, yeah, let's do it. Like, we'll do a song. Cool. Like, bring me a tape."
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I got these songs where, like I say, there's some influence from them man all in there anyway. And I've gone to NASA's house one day, and me and Turbulence, and I'm just trying to give him this tape. I knocked on his door. I'm saying old school, like no, not even the house phone, like knock on the door, yo, is Hassan there? You know what I'm saying? And his sister's at the window, like, oh no, he's not in. So I'm like, all right, cool, tell him I'll come.
Yeah.
And I'm walking home, like, he's not there. All right, cool. And then I'm on Holloway Road, like crossing over Seven Sisters at the lights, and I see Skinny Man.
Mad.
Like across the, like I said, I'd seen him once before in that dance. I don't even knew what he looked like because there was no visuals of nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'd been at that one event, and I see Skinny Man, and he's got his bike. You know what I'm saying? His mountain bike, whatever. And Jarrell's like, he's got Jarrell on the bike, like his son. He's like 3 years old or whatever at the time, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, yo, like, you're gonna see NASA, and like, you know, he's like, yeah, I want to see him later. I'm like, I gotta give him this tape. You give this tape to him, like for me, and he's like, what is it? I'm like, yeah, it's like we're rapping, like it's our songs.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay, sick. He's like, yo, I got a radio show. Like, 'cause you know what Skinny's like? He hadn't even heard it. He just seen some hip hop looking kids.
Yeah.
On Holloway Road in his ends.
Yeah.
With a tape talking about their rapping. He's like, right, I've got a radio show. You lot can come on a radio show. Do you know what I'm saying? He hadn't heard, not even heard nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's just what he said to me. He's like, yeah, cool. I'm gonna give it to NASA. I'll see NASA later. Boom, call me. We'll work out the radio show. He didn't even give me his number or nothing. It's the mad thing. And then so I've gone back to my boy Rust, who first told me, who's the one outside the Fugees concert, who told me to get them records.
Yeah.
I've called him. I'm like, yo, Skinny told me to come on the radio show. I need his number. He's like, he was getting paranoid. Like, no, I'm not gonna like give you his number like that. I was like, come on, bro. Like, whatever. I don't know if you asked him or what. Whatever. I got the number from him, and I've called him up. I'm like, yo. It's Novar. Like, did you give NASA that tape? He was like, nah. I've been driving around bumping that tape for a week.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, crazy. Like, yo, you're saying this. Like, he was like, rah, mad. Yeah, let's come on the radio show. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was like, that show was on Raw Mission, so it was like on one of the old school like garage stations, but Skinny used to do a hip hop show on it.
Yeah.
And
so pirate or
pirate, like proper in the mix, like one of the big. It was actually one of the big like I say, UK garage stations in the mix of UK garage era. Grime hasn't happened yet. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's just doing a rap show.
Mad, yeah.
And it was him and DJ Louis Slippers. Who madly, he went to my school as well, which was crazy. He was older at my school, so he saw us pop up with Skinny. Like, oh, these are little kids from our school that, like, you don't know. He didn't even know like that we were doing all of that. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of it. All just started from there, and then I just, I think from then Skinny called me and was like, right, we want you lot. We were called Flip the Script at the time, so it's still that FLIP.
Yeah.
But Flip the Script, and he just wanted us to be like the support act when Mud Family are doing shows. So he put on a big show at Subterranea, put our name on the flyer, and that was the first time that it was just me and Ben who did the show, because the songs we performed was just me and him, and we were the kind of most organised and together at the time, but it was more of us in the group. And we done that show, and it's just, I think between the time we did that show and Skinny asked us to do it, and like all the promotion up to it, I ended up checking Skinny all the time. Like I was just at his house every day, and we was just, do you know what I mean? So by the time I'd come and done that show, I kind of just became a part of Mud Family as well. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I miss quite a big piece of it actually. And just telling that, obviously I can't tell my whole thing, but there was a few of us rapping at school. So Akala was there as well. And me and him used to battle each other. And there was like a music thing going on where we did perform. We had a thing called the band's concert,
Right.
where we did put on a music event at the school. It's quite a like arty kind of school I went to.
Yeah.
Where like kind of dance and acting and music and everything was just very encouraged. Do you know what I'm saying? So we'd perform every year there. So I guess that happened. That's just, we did that first.
Mad.
And Big Ben was basically we had 2 rap crews in the school, Flip the Script.
Yeah.
And another group called Diamond Tip Spears.
Right.
And Big Ben was in both groups.
Okay.
He was just like, so the one was me and Big Ben and was another member who was with at the time, my boy Nicholas and Stavros. There's a few of us anyway. And then the other one was Big Ben and Akala and another friend of ours, Rubin. And so them lot were like, Ben was like the best rapper.
Yeah.
That's still now, I think that I'm saying, but everyone, but then I don't know if they'd still admit that, but I feel like everyone knew he's the best.
Yeah.
So, but me and him grew up from, you know what I'm saying, but them lot are like, nah, you should leave that group and just be with us, kind of thing, innit?
Yeah.
And he's like, I ain't gonna do that still. I ain't gonna do that. Yeah. And then they were like, all right, tell them we want to battle them.
Yeah.
And we put posters up around the school and all of that. And they let us use a music room for it. I think they even let some people come from outside. It was like Don't Flop, long before that.
Yeah.
And we did writtens as well. Because we didn't really know what, back then battles were more freestyle, but we didn't know that at that time.
Yeah.
So like we came in prepared, like tag, that was like 2-on-2. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't actually see that on, in a battle world until Don't Flop, however many years later. We did it back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Was it like battles going in on each other?
Yeah, going
clashing.
No, going in on each other. Yeah. And then man was like trying to get information, like all the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like going chatting to my brethren, this happened. Like I didn't really do that to them. It was more what they did because they were more like, I'm saying, big up Akala. You know what I'm saying? It's mad. Like obviously people know, bro, the guy is legendary what he's done with his life. And his book, everyone go read his book, Natives. The book, like as far as like things I talk about racism in England and stuff like that. Anything I've ever said or learned, he covers in that book better than I could ever say it. But at the time, we were just young people with egos, so it wasn't really.
Was he on that kind of flex even back then when he was young?
And I feel like that's why I am kind of a bit like that as well.
Yeah.
Because I grew up around and Big Ben as well, and Ben's mum, and I grew up around people like that. You know what I'm saying? So he was one of them people who was good at everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was mad intelligent. He raps about it. He took his maths GCSE a year early and stuff like that. Like I remember all that happening. Yeah. He was like mad athletic, football, running. Like he just good at everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And mad intelligent.
You feel like shit.
And then they used to have a group, like I can't remember what it was called. It was called the Outreach Project, where they'd have like an after school group, and it was just for like black students to speak about black issues. And like that was something I guess that was happening in our school that you wouldn't really see in a lot of places. You know what I'm saying? So like just to say, of him being on that kind of thing, like they kind of him, Ben, they all was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you was called Supernova back then.
Yeah.
Where did that name come from?
Do you know what? It came pretty much from nowhere. Like because I was looking at Rust and I was looking at graffiti. I was looking at graffiti artists like the local celebrities. Sub, Shutu, DVS was my legend. And the Tufnell Park Graffiti Hall of Fame is at the bottom of my road. That's like a legendary London Hall of Fame. So I was more just looking to tag, before I come up with the name probably early to rapping. And I don't know, I just came up with the name Novar. I might have been looking at the dictionary. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I just pulled it out from wherever. And then I think it was Big Ben who just started saying Supernova. So it was just Nova, and he just started saying Supernova.
Yeah.
And there was really no meaning to it.
Yeah. Did you use to graph yourself?
A tiny bit, but
Tiny little bit, yeah,
tiny
same.
bit. It's like just here and there, and then I hit like went on a couple track sides like here and there, and then I thought, nah, this is grimy, man. You know what I'm saying? But and also I thought like a time hit me where I was like, I'd hear of people going to jail, and I think, fuck, you know, like I'm not like. I'm gonna go to jail for a crime that makes no money. Like, hell no.
Yeah. I was in jail with people for tagging. I was like, mad.
Mad, but then you got to love the dedication to it as well.
These
But
guys were like fucking bum rushing shops, nicking all the pain, and like they
every element of that culture is crime.
Exactly.
Like, and you got to rate it. I see Chester P say it many times in interviews that it's the only pure art form left.
Yeah.
Just like obviously there's graffiti artists that go into the corporate world and they do, but cool, that's there. We're talking about we probably got a different name for that.
Yeah.
Like actual street graffiti and bombing and there's nothing purer than that. These people literally are risking everything, and they don't want you to know who they are, but they want you to know their name that you're seeing there anonymously. But
about that for sure.
So, but no, just on the name, I guess, because you asked. So I was always like, I ain't got a reason for it. And then one time, the first time I ever got asked that in an interview, I sat there like, I didn't have an answer. But it was a Mud Fam interview, so Skinny's there, and he answered it for me. And he was like, you see this kid here? Like, he's mad quiet. He's kind of quiet. He keeps to himself. He'll be sitting in the corner smoking a spliff. Yeah. But it's like, yo, when he gets on that stage, it was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It's a supernova. So I was like, oh yeah, you gave me the reason. But maybe that was the reason. I just didn't know it yet. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking, when did you stop calling yourself Supernova and just become Nova Flip? When did that transition happen?
That was like 2018. I put out an EP where I kind of just decided to do that. You know what it is? I spelled my name in a weird way in the beginning because what if someone else has called that? So and then the graffiti thing as well. You changed the spelling, but then over the years I didn't like it. I was like, that's weird how I spelled this thing, and also thought I'm getting too old, like or too grown, like. It's like sounds like a superhero name. Yeah. So Nova is actually what everyone calls me everywhere. Yeah. So it's just my name. So I was just gonna call it Nova. I think I didn't even try that once, but then I just left the flip on there because, again, what if there's this separates it from others? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's kind of like ASAP Rocky. Yeah. And you got ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg. Like they're all named after the group. So the flip on my name is the group. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get that. Yeah. So fucking in terms of the mud fam stuff, like obviously you've linked up with Skinny and all them, man. What was that era like? Because some people kind of look at that as the golden era of UK hip hop. You know, you, Skinny, Mongo, Mud Fam, Chester P, Kalashnikov. There was a lot happening in that kind of time. Do you know what I mean? So what was that era like being a part of that?
It was good times, man. You know, like it rushed past, didn't it, for me, because I wasn't really thinking about it other than enjoying it and the excitement. You know what I mean? But I wasn't. You're not realizing there's a golden era when you're in it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're just doing it, and you're not knowing it's gonna end. Yeah. So I would have. I mean, I don't ever live life with regrets or change, but I probably would have. Made more of it. You know what I'm saying? If I knew if I realized what was going on. Yeah. But at the same time, I felt like I catapulted from being in school to being on stages with quite big crowds and quite big following overnight, because I joined a group that was already that already had a huge following. Yeah. Considering for the time, to be honest, I don't think there was a bigger group in the country at that time, really, in hip hop, not in hip hop. Like maybe there's garage or whatever else going on. I don't think there's a hip hop group bigger than Mud Family. From when
everybody, even now, you say you speak to youngers, they know of Mud Fam. You know what I mean? Like you left a big mark. You know what I mean?
And if they don't, they know Skinny Man. They know Task Force, but they know I guess Task Force, maybe Task Force probably as a group became a bit bigger eventually because they've done more music, but that's the same thing anyway. Between Task Force, Mud Family, I don't think there was nobody bigger at that time. So I'm just a kid.
Yeah.
So I just got catapulted into that out of nowhere. So I guess I kind of did know it's a golden era, but I'm just realizing that this is all going on. I'm like, oh, this is what's out there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, oh shit.
So did you know about the older guys, like who you got,
Hip-hop
like
at
the
the time.
Shotguns, the Hijacks, these guys?
So even before I met Skinny, that once I'd got that record, I was going back to them record shops.
Yeah.
And I would be like, they had the British section, and I would be looking through it. And you know what, people like, I don't want to say anything to big up Westwood really, but while this is going on, I've done it in the past as well, and that, while all the stuff's going on with him, we'll say ban Westwood, but people gave him a hard time saying he didn't play UK records.
But he did.
But I remember him playing like he'd play him for like 15 minutes or whatever at the end of the show, at the end of the Friday show, and I would wait for that, and I would tape it, and I would go back to that Mr. Bongos, and I'd go and buy all those records. So I bought Black Twang, I bought Rodney P. I think early on I bought a record by Funky DL called The London Convention, which was like an early like posse cut. Had 12 rappers on it. So Skinny was on it, MCD, Rodney, Black Twang, Ty, Phoebe One. I'm not gonna remember everyone. There's probably some people that didn't go on to do loads, but I went and bought probably any records I could find from people that were on that record. I was like buying them. Do you know what I'm saying? So I knew quite a bit like by then. Like by the time I was, but even by the time I linked up with Skinny, but I hadn't really gone backwards. So I hadn't gone back to Hijack and all that at that time. I did eventually. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, there's no doubt about it. The same Westwood, like all of that is madness. We don't know what's what until like court and all that. But like, especially for the people in jail, that was church. Friday and Saturday, do you know what I mean?
Trust me.
Like we got to hear all the new music, and you're right, he definitely did. I got to hear of English people like, do you know what I mean? I've just started rapping in jail, so it's nice to hear people like London, Leeds, Birmingham, all these different rappers from our ends, do you know what I mean? Even on the Westwood albums, there's a couple, weren't there?
I remember Kalashnikov being on one of them.
Skinny's on
Man
one of them.
was as well,
Straight out of jail.
Yeah.
Straight out of jail.
I remember one of the first things I asked Skinny when I met him in jail was, what was it like meeting the RZA? Because he was on RZA's album, weren't he?
Yeah.
The World According to RZA. And he said that Westwood rang him up and was like, yo, where you at? I've got RZA in the studio, like, come now.
And there's another rapper,
was it Mark B?
Mr. Tibbs is on it or something. I think
Tibbs on it, but it's Blade. It was Blade who's on that record.
Blade.
From my knowledge of that record, it's not probably my story to tell, but I've probably heard it from Skinny, Tibbs, and Blade more recently because I've been doing content with him. Blade had his album out, and Blade had a bit of a like chart success at a time just before that, right?
Yeah.
Because with Mark B, so you had the Mark B and Mud Family EP, right?
He was on top of Pops and stuff like that.
Yeah. But I also never until recently thought of how that connected to our lineage as well, because you had the Mark B and Mud Family EP. That's the first time I've heard Mark B. Then you had Mark B Presents Task Force, which was the first Task Force ever project, and they kind of made their name because Mark B said you two should make a project. Yeah. Because they had the Berry crew, which was the bigger crew from that. And then you had Mark B and Blade. Yeah. And then that Mark B and Blade was that kind of proper album, and it charted and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So
it was like a cardboard box or something on the front.
Yeah.
2 boxes or something. I vaguely remember.
It's that kind of colour, definitely.
Yeah.
But so R.I.P. Mark B as well, obviously.
R.I.P.
So that's that. Basically, there's a record on that album though that Skinny's on. Yeah. On the Mark B and Blade album, and it's featuring Skinny and Lewis Parker. So as far as I was aware, I don't know who asked who, but they were asking for the same 3 people to be on this RZA song. Yeah. And Lewis Parker couldn't do it or whatever. So I think Blade said it was him that asked for it to be Chester P. Yeah. And so he called Skinny, or someone's called Skinny and go, can Chester be on, we want you on this song, but can Chester do it? And he was like, well, Chester could do it, but then Tibbs is sitting on the park right now in my Wu-Tang jacket. So, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, the mad thing about that though, just on my memory, because I just remember going to the yard, Skinny weren't there, Tibbs is there, and he's being so calm about it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm like, what you been saying, man? He's like, oh yeah, my studio yesterday still, yeah, we done a tune, man. RZA still. Yeah. Then he puts the tune on, and I'm like, what? Like, I'm pretending I'm like, he didn't say what I think he said. You know what I'm saying? And then, he puts it on. I'm like, bro, fuck, what? You know what I'm saying? And then, I don't know, years later, I forget so much. You know, one thing I forgot the Onyx that I watched Onyx live.
Yeah.
I forgot this memory for years, and I can't remember why I thought of this recently. Maybe it's because I was talking to Blade about the RZA song.
Yeah.
But I just remember me and Skinny. I can't remember who else is with us. Might have just been me and him and a couple like younger lot. We've gone to RZA done a solo show at Subterranea, Ladbroke Grove, and this is after that's already been out, but that's not even in my mind either. And so we've turned up. We're going there kind of late. RZA's halfway through his set.
Yeah.
But we've gone to that kind of the front, and we're watching the show, and RZA's on stage. He's like, "Oh shit, Skinny man," and he's like, "And our Tibbs was there. Yeah, Tibbs was there. Tibbs was with us." So he's like on stage. So we're now standing on the stage, and he's like, he's gone to the DJ. Yeah, just play any beat, and they performed the song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, like. Madness. Obviously, I'm not on the song, but for me, like, just growing up, I started this, like, how important Wu-Tang was.
Yeah.
And now I'm, like, standing on this stage, and, like, my boys are performing the song with RZA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's from his album, randomly, and we didn't even, I didn't wake up this morning even knowing this is going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think one thing I've learned, because obviously I'd heard of you when I was young.
Yeah.
Before I went to jail, I was young.
Okay.
Just before I went to jail is when, like, I was starting to hear a bit of Mud Fam, Task Force, DJ Skits, Wolf Town.
Yeah, my guys, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
That's like, yo.
Big up Trickster and all
Trickster,
them, man.
that's my family, man.
So I was starting to hear some of that,
Yeah.
but then bam, I'm in jail. And it was hard to get music, do you know what I mean? Like, so... Especially go somewhere like Aylesbury, the CDs that are on the wing, that might be the only CDs you hear.
Where's Aylesbury?
Aylesbury's Buckinghamshire.
Okay.
So that's a high security, like, most of the people who get a big sentence.
Yeah.
So
is that where you met Skinny? Or
No, I met Skinny years later.
Oh, yeah,
in Norwich.
Yeah, in Norwich. Okay, yeah.
But, like, so, yeah. To meeting all of you guys, do you know what I mean? And meeting other people, meeting Prodigy, meeting...
Is it? Raw.
I took Killer Priest to the studio across the road over there.
Heavy.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but, one thing I learned is that we're all just humans and we're all just people and don't idolise people.
No, don't, bro.
And the people that you've looked up to don't want you to idolise them either. Like, because it's much nicer just chilling and relaxing with someone. Makes you uncomfortable when someone's just like...
And that's something I learned early in that. And I mean, I didn't... Once we became like, we're those guys. Skinny put that energy in me. Because, Skinny's the most humble guy in the world. But at the same time, he'll put that battery like, no. Remember who you are kind of thing, yeah? Especially when I was young, to give me a certain confidence.
Yeah.
But and also we had a negative attitude to the Americans a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we were like, they come over here, they don't respect our thing enough. So there was this kind of whole like conflict anyway. Me and Ed Skrine, when he was rapping, he's gone on to be a big actor now, yeah?
Right.
We had a record called Idols where we're saying don't idolize these men, and we're saying certain names. And then we done another record, me, him and Doc Brown and Metropolis of Foreign Beggars, another R.I.P. man. But that was about being the support act and like tearing up the show, like, you know what I'm saying, so that they can't even come on, you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. Yeah. But like, so I always had this energy where, cool, I love this guy, I love them, I love their music, you know what I'm saying, but I don't really care to be around them like that, unless it's natural, like you just said. That's like the perfect example. Yeah. So like I remember I did a support slot for Ghostface, and like the promoter is like, it's my boy Snell. I mean, not just say promoter like it's not one of us, but so Snell's looking after Ghostface. Now Snell has a Wu-Tang tattoo on the back of his neck right here, like he's Wu-Tang like me, you know what I'm saying? So he's been left in charge, actually by another promoter who was putting it on. He was organising to pick them up, get them to the hotel. So he's gone and picked up Ghostface, he's taking them here. And I don't know, something from their rider's not there or whatever.
Yeah.
So Ghostface has kicked off on him.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what the fuck is, you know what I'm saying? Like that, he's wilding that.
Just disrespect,
like, yo,
yeah.
but he's like, I'm diabetic, son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I need, so fair, like whatever, yeah. But
Yeah, okay.
But these times now, you know, his lot who he's with have already, like, when Ghost was off somewhere, he's shown his tattoo to like some of his lot. Like, yo, look, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, honored to meet you people. Like, I'm a real fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm here to help whatever you need today. So I think after he kind of shouted at my boy, like,
yeah,
I think after he left, his friends pulled him aside, like, yo, that guy got a Wu-Tang tattoo.
Yeah.
Like, he's really like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not.
He's part of the religion.
He's part, like,
yeah.
And then like we're watching the whole show. This ain't even the part of my story I wanted to get to, but it's all relevant. But it's like we're watching the set. My boy is going to me. I'm going over that tattoo tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? While we're watching him on stage.
Yeah.
And then like Ghostface is gonna shout at me. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. And then I don't know. He comes off and he does the show, and then he apologizes to me like, yo, Snell, son. Sorry, son. I'm diabetic. You know what I'm saying? I'm diabetic.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now my boy's going, Ghostface apologized to me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But basically, the main part I wanted to say in that, it's like about meeting your idols. Is he's telling me this whole story. I'm not even involved in it. I've done my support acting. We've done our thing. We killed it. He's got a backstage bit there where he said that only girls can come back here.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes, you can bring girls back here, but don't bring no guys back.
Yeah.
And but my boy, he's come to me. He told me about the apology. He's like, yo, do you want to come and meet him? Obviously, you can come. And I'm like, nah. Like, and there's a poster on the wall, Ghostface with my name on it.
Yeah.
And I just pulled it down and I was like, look, just get him to sign this for my boy in jail, because that's his favorite rapper in the world, Rag Sweet Jones. Like Ghostface, I'm saying that's his number one rapper. So I'm like, just get him to sign this and say sign it to Rags, telling him, you know, like, and I'm thinking he's gonna sign the front of it. But as soon as the Snells told him, and I just watched it from a distance, I'm saying that's all that mattered to me. I didn't really care about I'm gonna sit and chat to you and just have some awkward moment or whatever.
Yeah. He signed it though?
He signed, he turned it over and wrote across the whole, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
And then we you know, Ben sent that to Rags in jail. You know, that was more important. Madly, I ended up in a room with him again, with all of them, years later, which I guess I shouldn't really tell the story of how that happened, because it was a bit of a illicit reason. Whatever.
Yeah.
You can kind of work it out. I just got a phone call one time anyway. But so I ended up backstage with them at the forum, the Kentish Town Forum. I had a mad situation with Meth, man, where he was a proper arsehole.
Straight?
Yeah. He just like, I guess he just didn't know why we're there.
Yeah.
And you just see a group of guys, there's like 5 of us in this room. I think he's probably a bit paranoid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was a weird situation. Like everyone's there. I think the only people that went at that show was RZA and Raekwon. Everyone, all the rest of them are there, but they're like.
So was Dirty there?
No. So he's passed away by then.
Okay.
So and they're like, I'm looking at this room. I think you guys don't even talk to each other. Everyone's sitting in a different area.
Yeah.
And like Meth's right at the back. He's got some girls he's chatting to, or whatever. And he just started shouting. He's like shouting like, "Yo, who's that grown men in the room, son?" You know what I'm saying? Like, but he's not talking to anyone. He's like looking at the ceiling.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
And like, I was still drinking these times, but I was really hungover.
Yeah.
I remember this. I'd been out the night before. I almost didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go to this show. Like, oh, it's long. I'm hungover. I don't really feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where I think if I was drunk, I would have probably been a bit more like, I would have got in an argument with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when I was hungover, I was like, huh? And whatever. Ben's gone in the room before any of us, and he's like, yo, who's got weed? So he's give my man some weed, innit?
Yeah.
Just like, yo, they got method, man. That's you. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of us have come in the room, and this situation started, and he's staring at the ceiling. He's going, yo, who's all these grown men? And he just kept saying it. And I'm like, I turned to my brother one time, who's he talking to? And it's like he carried on talking to the ceiling.
Yeah.
And then he just left. He went, oh, ain't nobody gonna leave? Ain't nobody gonna leave? I'll leave. And I thought, all right, yeah, leave. This is my ends, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're in Kentish Town. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, my block is there.
Yeah.
So, and everyone else is looking embarrassed.
Yeah.
Ghostface got his head down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man.
and he's already like, you know what I'm saying? He's already shown love and been like, yo, I'm saying what's good to man and that. You God sitting here. He was the only like real blessed one. Jesus, and it was just weird. So he left now anyway, and then Ben went back out and followed him.
Yeah,
because he's like, I don't really like that. You know what I'm saying, but he just grabbed him like, yo. He's like, yeah, you're welcome for that weed, by the way. And he's like, yeah, yo, thank you. Yeah, because I didn't really like how you was talking like to my peoples in there, or. And he's like, no. And he tried that, no, I wasn't talking to them. You know what I'm saying? This is something else. There's no one else there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, he just left. But
so is that enough to make you not want to fuck with his music?
No, but I do cuss him all the time. I've never even told that story on a thing before. I said I made a post about it once. I said one day I'll tell the story. So I guess there you go. I don't know if I gave it the detail it needed or whatever. But no, like at the end of the day, yeah, we're all human, like you said, and that also counts with you might have a bad day one day, and you might be an arsehole. You might be like a bit scared or concerned. You're in someone else's hood
anxious,
and there's grown and you
hungover, anything,
or you're showing off
chicks around, like
chicks
anything.
around. You're showing off.
Yeah.
I was hungover, like I said, so I was like. Also, it's method, man. These are my real idols, but I'm not saying that to them. Yeah, I'm not saying that to them, but don't get me wrong. There was a couple of my brethren who was there that was on some, let me take a photo kind of thing,
Yeah.
So like, because they're a bit more excited. They ain't been around people the same way. They don't really, so then maybe that made them look at man a certain way but but at the same time, you got to be, they're used to that, so.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. And like from meeting a lot of people that I grew up listening to, do you know what I mean? I come to the realization, like you say, like just you meet someone on a certain day, we all get in bad moods. We've all done gigs where we're not really in the fucking mood. Do you know what I mean? Jizza, I felt fucking disrespected.
Yeah,
you done that gig, innit?
Yeah, that was a little bit of a weird
I was not sucking his dick or none of that. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, yo, nice to meet you. I'm supporting you tonight. But the way he kind of just shooed me off.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Like, okay, say nothing. Because I think it would have took 2 seconds to be like, nice to meet you, boom.
Yeah.
That. But it's kind of like...
Because in your head, you're thinking, not like you want loads of attention about it, but you're like, I'm a support act today. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and part of that is just, if you get that moment, do you know what I'm saying? You're going to, I got to say what's good and...
You know, like, the Mobb Deep gig, do you know what I mean? I remember, like, you could go and meet Mobb Deep in the changing room.
Yeah, they're doing a meet and greet, weren't they?
And I was like, fuck that. I ain't going to do no meet and greets. I'm not going to meet them. I'm gassed that I'm supporting them. Do you know what I mean?
Trust.
But I ain't going behind to go get a signature and all that. Fuck that.
Either.
I might have done for Mobb Deep, but by
But
that time, but if I did it for
blessed.
Wu-Tang, I guess.
I went behind the stage because I was doing something else again that I won't talk about, but I've gone behind there and Prodigy and Havoc were then standing ready to go on. So I had my moment. I was like, oh shit, what's up? Do you know what I mean? So I had that interaction. I was like, yeah, boom, got to meet them and have that little couple of seconds with them and they was respectful and nice.
And we did meet Havoc a few
later. Havoc, because I done a video with Big Noid, like done a track and Big Noid was blessed, you know what I mean? The Ghostface Killer one is funny because him and Killer Priest were doing a gig down here. So that was a mixed day for me because Killer Priest was blessed. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Took him into my pal's attic, like in
Heavy.
some mad little studio.
Yeah.
That whole experience was dope. Do you know what I mean? And then we've gone and done the support act for him and Ghostface. I mean, the Waterfront closes at 11 or something, don't it? It's like 9:30, 10. They've not turned up. 10:30. Everyone's paid to see Wu-Tang.
Nightmare.
And then they come out like 15 minutes before the end of the show, and someone's just said, fuck this, and threw a bottle at Ghostface, innit? Do you know what I mean? So he just stormed off the stage. So
Oh
like,
shit!
It wasn't like a bottle though. It was just like an empty pint, wasn't it?
it was a bottle of
Yeah.
like, whatever it was. He's had something thrown out. He's fucked that. He's gone. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I remember Giroud the Damager as well. He upset.
He was
Is it?
just
He
a bit
come
wild.
down there and
I
upset
met him
bare
as
people.
well. Yeah, I've got some kind of story, but yeah.
Yeah. What
Even just before we move on from that, I was gonna say even the UK guys, yeah, just like in having to learn, like, cool. Even if I'm like, you know what, my man's actually like a bit of a prick, but like every time I ever met Skepta,
yeah.
attitude problem.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, he might whatever. I see his interviews, I see how he is with other people.
Yeah.
I know him a skinny, mad tight, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He loves skinny. Like, but I don't know, every interaction I had with him, this guy's like rude. There's something like, do you know what I'm saying? His brother, JME, every time I ever met him in my life, lovely.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I always just had this thought about them. But I'm a huge fan of Skepta. I love what he does. And if I follow it, like he drops a new album tomorrow. Like if he had one today, I'll be listening to it on the motorway now. Like I don't really like hold on to that in any kind of way.
Yeah.
And I
It's
do.
good that you can do that. You
Yeah.
can.
And I'm sure he's still actually like, because as a fan watching him, I look at him, I think he's still a good guy. And then my boy Snell, I mentioned with the Ghostface story. Whenever I tell him that, he tells me, I was like, nah. Every time I met Jamie, he was a prick. Every time I met Skepta, he was blessed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I said different people, different
Different,
days. Yeah.
Being moody and a bit unsociable and having a bit attitude, that don't actually make you a bad person.
No, it
does
don't. That's a good. No, I never thought of that.
Do you know what I mean?
Because I think I told you this on the phone, but I got diagnosed with autism last year. So I'm just learning what that means in my own life and head.
Yeah.
But that comes with being moody and so or at least comes with being unsociable.
Yeah.
So it made me look like when I thought about this thing, I'm adding the autism part to it, but I'd already thought this without it. There's probably loads of people who've met me who thought I was a prick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because just how I was that day, I might have been, you could be dismissive, you can be unsociable, awkward. You know what I'm saying? It could be a million reasons to it.
Because there's a lot of people that would have been listening to you, gassed to meet Nova.
Yeah.
Been listening to Nova for years.
Yeah.
You might have treated them like a cunt that day.
Yeah. And I don't feel like I ever do. I don't feel like I'm that guy, but it can like, I'm sure, and especially when I used to drink, I was a nutter anyway. Absolute nutter. But
Out of all that era, what's some of the big gigs that you've done? Like some of the big support acts, like obviously. Did you supported Wu-Tang?
Supported Ghostface. I was supposed to support Jizza on a whole Europe tour, and it kind of didn't happen. But I supported MOP. That's one of the biggest, I guess. MOP,
Nice.
Stratford Rex, 2001, and it was me and Big Brothers. Remember Big Brothers?
Yeah.
They were the other support act. And it was before they had the
Taking
pop
over,
thing,
sure.
Because there's three guys rapping and then the three girls in the group. But back then it was just the three guys. And I've done a bunch of shows with them that year because they must have just come out that same year as me. We did the Alcoholics, we did MOP, DJ Premier. I've supported a few times. I did Glastonbury.
Dope.
Yeah, I did Glastonbury. I guess just having that on the bucket list is like.
Was that part of Mud Fam?
No, just me.
Just on your own? Yeah.
I did all of these on my own. These are all on my own.
Okay.
Yeah. All the ones I've listed here.
Right. Yeah.
Actually,
dope.
every big show I've done, like support acts, always been on my own, because I put out solo records early.
Yeah.
So I put out solo record 2001 when I did the MLP record. It was on Kemet Entertainment Records who put out Kalashnikov.
Okay.
But they put me out first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think I had a solo record out before Skinny potentially.
Yeah.
Like he had loads of features and stuff and features with producers. And you know, when I'd met Skinny at that time, and I'm in Mod Family now. Whenever there's a Mod Family, we do Mod Fam shows and tours with no records out.
Yeah.
We'd just be like, and we had a set that kind of formed by itself.
Yeah.
We played a Dead Prez instrumental, and then Skinny had this thing that he used to rap to that. So then everyone made sure they wrote something for when that beat comes on.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when like Twilight of the Gods would come on, you know, you're gonna rap over Rodney's bit. I'm gonna rap over this beat, and then Skinny does his verse. So we were active, but we didn't really have songs out as a group.
Yeah.
So I was just the most active. I'll be honest. So I was just in the studio.
Yeah.
I'm on it. I'm going. Like, we're in the hood all the time doing all of that stuff. Cool. I'm here doing that too, but I'm going to get studio as much as possible.
Yeah.
Where man really wasn't that much. You know what I'm saying? So I put out a record, but at the same time, Skinny's like, right, we're going to start a label. We're going to put out an EP. Then we're going to put out solo stuff. We're going to put out the Flip the Script stuff.
Yeah.
So we're kind of waiting for that to happen. But then I got offered a deal to put out this my single on Kemet Entertainment.
Yeah.
Who at the time they ran HFM.
Right.
I wasn't allowed to say that back then, but now that that's a long, you know, because it was a legal radio station or whatever.
Yeah.
But now we're allowed to say it. But and they were the only hip hop main, you know, pirate station that only played hip hop. So I went to Skinny and I said, right, I've been offered something. So obviously I've got to talk to you about it first because we've got our plans or whatever. He was like, take it. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not ready yet.
Yeah.
So take that. And he gave me some advice. Like, he goes, don't ask them for any money.
Yeah.
And don't expect any. Just goes, get yourself in that mind state, even though you should.
Yeah.
Because it will help not to feel disheartened and mess it up. You'll give it more time. And I think he was telling me that because they'd had those 2 Mod Fam EPs out with different independent records.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was Chester, Mongo, or whatever, like, or whether Skinny was involved as well. I think they kicked off about the money a bit.
Yeah.
To where those things didn't continue with those labels or whatever. Yeah. I can't tell their story for them, you know what I'm saying? But just from what I kind of gathered at the time.
Yeah.
So he said to me, look, put out a record with them. Don't ask them for no money. He goes, do 2, 3. He goes, on the 3rd record, you could ask them about money. Then ask them about what like arrangement you're gonna make financially going forward. And I was like, all right, cool. So I took that advice, and when I did the record, it got played loads. I got MOP gig and all of that. And then Skinny set up the label, PM Music, and then we put out the Mod Fam EP, which has got the cartoon thing on the cover, right?
Yeah.
So now I've got a solo record out, and then that came out the year later. So like I said, my solo record came a year early, and then I went to see Skinny on the park one time, maybe when he just got those records, or around then we got the vinyl back.
Yeah.
And he was like, right, after this record, we were got to do solo ones, innit? And he kind of turned to me, he's like, because you gave them 1 free record, I mean, we might as well. And I was like, yeah, of course. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do the second one with PM Music and keep it in the family, right? And you know, it's important to tell this story. I don't know if I've told it properly because I think Skinny might have said this to NASA the other day. I done an interview when my album came out where I told this story once to Camden New Journal, and they wrote it a bit weird, like to say, because I was telling a story how I had a record supposed to come out on Skinny Man's label and it didn't happen. Yeah. And they wrote it in some way like after a failed attempt on something Skinny Man's label.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't even realize that at the time as well, because I was like, they had me like in 5 different parts of this thing. They stitched me up about something I said about knife crime, put it on the front cover. Then they had the music article, like then they had a proper interview with my picture, and then it had the review, and then it had like a thing about my album launch that was coming up. Yeah. And in one of them, it had mentioned this little thing, and I hadn't even seen it. And I just remember Skinny phoning me at the time, and there being a weird energy. He didn't say anything. And then I remember afterwards reading that, noticing, there's another bit about me in this paper. I'm reading it and going, is that why there's something like funny? I might be overreading it, yeah. But anyway, so I say that just to tell it properly that, obviously, Kemet Entertainment was calling me constantly, going, we need the second record. Like we got, and I was like, look, I respect it, but I'm in a big group, like we've got a plan, so I'm gonna put my record out over here. Yeah. So that I just said no to them.
Yeah.
And even at some point, they like Kalashnikov had Dago Mentality at the time.
Yeah.
It was on a compilation album, and we had that CD, and we were just playing that Dago Mentality constantly.
Yeah.
And even at a point, they said to me, they would call me like, "What do you think of this person? What do you?" I'm saying, they're like, "What do you think of Kalashnikov?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's 100. That's the guy you want to put out. 100."
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's why they done it. Of course, they done it because he was the guy to put out, and they'd already realized that. But so then they put out Kalashnikov, and they had a big success as a label.
Yeah.
But then Skinny went to jail,
Right.
so we didn't really continue the label, and then Skinny came out of jail, and I don't know, me and Skinny stopped hanging around with each other so much. I kind of distanced myself because of the street stuff that was going on. I just wanted to like be over here and do music.
Yeah, I get that.
So like, it just didn't happen. Like, ideally, for my career, I should have probably put out more records with Kemet at that time, but it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't it wasn't the decision for me to make. There was no questioning that the decision was for me to do this label plan with Skinny. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't happen like that. And then Skinny came out of jail, and then he did his album. So that's kind of the timeline of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there a little bit of regret there, would you say, that you didn't? But I guess you didn't know.
I don't. No. There's no regret. I make decisions based on like I made that decision based on loyalty, and also just like not. Let me not just say loyalty, because that's not even right. Because like it's the decision I would have made business wise as well when I think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that I was thinking like that at the time. It probably was thinking my heart with loyalty more than anything. But it's like, we're the guys, like this. We're doing a label. This is a big thing. Do you know what I'm saying? We put out the EP. We did loads of shows off of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
You've got faith that
this is the tip. This is where it's. This is it. Yeah. And it's us, like, and also like trust. Yeah. Not to say I don't trust Kemet. I didn't trust Kemet, but I don't have the same. I didn't then have the same like relationship that I have with Skinny, and you know what I'm saying, like, Skinny's the guy who's guided me and taught me about the record industry from the beginning. So like, that's where I'm gonna feel like, he's the guy who gave me advice on how to deal with that record deal. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So why would I be with anyone else's record label other than there? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So not even so much loyalty, trust. You know
yeah, trust as well. Yeah, 100% trust.
This will be the best. You know
this will be the best, and this is, and passion. You know what I'm saying? This is what I want to happen. I want us to all be like successful in this thing and come off the road. Yeah. And I wrote Skinny letters in jail. Yeah. Saying as much. I'm saying, he always reminds me, or used to back then, that I wrote one of the most kind of like inspiring letters to him when he was in jail one time, that got him writing like crazy. And you know what I mean, I just wanted, and not even just us, but like UK rap. You know what I'm saying? Man was so passionate about UK rap being able to like flourish and be what it is today, even though I don't even know if I had the vision that it would ever be where it is today. But we just wanted it to be so much. You know what I'm saying?
So do you find it like, do you know what I mean? You're trying to get off the road. Music is what you want. You want to make it. So how frustrating is it now to see, like, with some of the artists, Dig That is the latest one, do you know what I mean?
Going to jail.
So these guys have made it. They're millionaires. They've got the jewelry, the cars, they've got everything. But they stay, like, do you know what I mean? One foot in that life. The Dig That story's mad.
I haven't looked at it in depth, but I've looked at enough of these stories to just know these guys have not worked out how to separate that life from a professional life. And I feel like I always tell myself that I managed to do that very early. Yeah. Because I just, like I say, even then, like, Skinny's doing his album, I was like, cool, like, I'm over here. Like, I missed a lot of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Skinny's having a huge success touring his album. Like, I could have been there all the time and been like, you know what I'm saying? But I just was like, I'd been through some traumatic situations. Yeah. And I just thought, I'm gonna stay over here. So that I felt like that made me have a separation, right? But it didn't. When I look back now, it wasn't professional. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't. I was drinking a lot. When I was doing shows, I was being completely unprofessional in a different way. I was reacting to my trauma.
Yeah.
So as much as I had this mentality of, yeah, fuck the road thing, we're not doing that, I still, yeah, was like within the music industry, not treating it like a job.
Yeah.
And I think that's the separate thing that those guys, that's the mistake they're still making, is they're not realizing, right, this is a job over here.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to have this job, all of that can't happen. I can't even be involved in all of that over there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The
difficult.
the Fredo thing is mad as well. Do you know what I mean? Again, a big artist, he's blown up. Do you know what I mean? All his friends, like pretty much his whole circle,
Yeah. Gone.
got like 100 years, haven't they, between them?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
They've all
But he's got a single out at the moment.
against. It's a diss track, isn't it?
No, he's got a song with Burna Boy produced by Show and Prove.
Okay,
Yeah.
mad.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I need to check
So,
that out. I heard the running one that he done.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I heard that, but
So he's talking about
Is
clownish.
he? Yeah.
So
Oh, is
obviously
he?
the thing
Yeah,
in
of course.
Australia and all of that.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that. I'm out the loop with. I don't keep up with music as much as, but obviously Show and Prove. Like Show and Prove is, I'm saying, he's one of us, bro. He's FLIP.
he's
So
one of
that,
the originals.
so to
Mad.
me, well, he produced my first single off my actual album that I put out once I put out an album, and then that was his early.
Yeah.
He'd put out one record before that with Baby Blue. Sometimes.
Yeah.
That was his first production he had out, and then it was my stuff, and then he's never left the game. Like he doesn't. He's just stayed in it, and he's like.
You still in contact with him?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, we ain't worked for a while, but every time I do a project, we usually still put something together. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that's like family. Like I see him, Big Ben. Like he left the country recently, so he had like a leaving party. So he obviously like Show and Prove was there with his mum and his sister, and I mean, like we all.
Well,
like,
Big Ben don't live in England no more.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to.
Okay, fair enough.
He's still.
He had a party.
Yeah, he had a party.
He had a party.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he is. He is still in England, or going to be in England some of the time.
Yeah.
So.
What else did I want to say? Dappy. You got a relationship with Dappy? You've done a couple tracks with Dappy, haven't you?
Yeah, I got a couple of tunes with him.
How did that? What, just from the same ends?
Yeah, he's just from the ends, man. He's like, if anything, he's like a young guy in a way. He's a grown, very grown man now. But back then, when I had my record deal, right? So after that whole thing had gone on, Skinny put his album out. We're not really doing the label anymore. Kemet came back to me. They've done the thing. So I actually did put out my first album with Kemet Entertainment Records in the end. But this is years later. They came back to me like, come on now. I mean, like, we told you ages ago, but it's we've had a successful album run with Clash. So it's album time. So they came and they signed me and they signed Tibbs as well.
Right, okay.
And put both our albums out. But it didn't.
So what album was that?
From the beginning, it's called, yeah. And but basically, while I was making that album, someone gave me a tape. Someone gave me a CD of a group called the Liquor Rinsers Crew, and that was N-Dubs, and this is like 2005, something like that. 2005. My album came out 2006, so it could have been 2005 or early 2006. And I listened to these guys' tape, and I was like, these guys are sick. But that guy there, because he was doing the choruses and stuff the same way he eventually did, I was like, that guy there is going to be a star. I just knew it. Do you know what I'm saying? I was like, I need that guy on my album. And I was having nobody on my... I already decided nobody's featuring on my album. I'm not going to have any features. Big Ben was in jail. Rags was in jail.
Yeah.
So all my flip-flop, if anything, I would have put them, they're in jail. So there's no rappers on the album. But for a chorus, you know what I'm saying? That kid there who nobody's heard of, I want him on my album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I made and the mad thing is, Rinse Malone's on that CD.
Mad.
He's Rinse Malone. He was kind of N-Dubs.
Yeah.
Like
Mad.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's on a few songs with them.
Big up Rinser.
Yeah.
Keep saying.
Yeah.
Think about getting him on the show.
Yeah,
All the
yeah,
legs and just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, yeah. When you do get him on, you can ask him and he'll tell you the story. But like, so my boy Response is one of our one of FLIP as well. By that time, he used to be the host of Bigger Fish, under 18s rave that was big back then. You know, in UK garage times and all of that. And I showed him this CD. He was like, "Oh yeah, I know them lot. And he's going, he had Phaser's number.
Yeah.
So he called Phaser and he's like, "Yo, this rapper Supernova, he wants to work with you, lot. It's my guy. He's got a record deal. He wants to get Dappy on a hook.
Yeah.
But then he wants, wants to do something else with all of you. But he's got this song ready." And I had this beat CD from DJ Flip. I had this CD of beats that was from Reggie Yates.
Okay, yeah.
I can't remember what he used to call himself. He tried to be a producer at one point.
Right,
yeah.
okay, I didn't know that.
He was like, Reggie Yates? Yeah, it was Reggie Yates. And people could probably look that up at one point, and he had a producer name he was going to call himself.
Yeah.
And he gave this CD to DJ Flip for Skinny.
Right.
So Skinny's Flip is Skinny's manager, but he's my manager.
Yeah.
He's both our managers at the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, like we recorded the EP, everything with him. He was kind of like the business guy at the time. So he's given me the CD as well, like a copy of it. Like, oh, this is like these beats. Because he knows I got a record deal.
Yeah.
So I got a budget. You know, he's thinking any beats that come in, I'm hearing them too. Do you know what I'm saying? So I found this beat and I was like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I want to get that Kid Dappy on. Like, it was just like a hit kind of record vibe that was probably a bit more commercial than anything anyone in our world was doing at the time.
Yeah.
And I started writing the record or whatever. Like I say, I never spoke to Dappy about it, but I'd got that message through to Phaser. I'd never met Dappy or nothing. And then when Flip went back to Reggie Yates, it was like, right, we want this beat for this situation.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, those beats just for Skinny.
Right.
And so he's like blocked it and turned it down. And I was just like, oh, okay, nothing I can do. And I've got no beat. Like, my album was basically done, innit? So I was like, I've got no beat for this song. So we just didn't make it. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't even meet Dappy, nothing. Like, and then years later, I don't know, Big Ben done a song with him first, actually. Because Z, one of our boys, Zach, he was very tight with them lot. He used to film their DVDs and stuff. So he ended up doing a song with Dappy one time, and I don't know, I just started bumping into him places. And like the first time I probably bumped into him, he was like, "Yo," he's like, "You know, I know you've been on to us from way early." You know what I'm saying? Because by this time he's already like, they've already got their first couple big singles on Channel U, like better Not Waste My Time and I Swear. So they're big.
That's the first one I remember. I swear.
That was like the second one.
Yeah.
But that one got massive. Yeah, they had one before that. They basically had Better Not Waste My Time, then I Swear, but then they redone the video to Better Not Waste My Time because they done like a video they made themselves first. Yeah. So I think the label like, okay, so it almost came like the second single. They re-released it. But so he was popping, but they're not like signed yet, whatever. They're just popping Channel U in a massive way. But so he was just like, yo, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I saw your video on Channel U this week as well. I know you was on to us. Yeah, we got to do a record. We're going to be Channel U #1. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll do that sometime. And then I don't know, I just carried on. I bumped into him places, and then eventually we had a studio, me and my boy Saint at the time, and Mr. Nice, a guy called Mr. Nice, who was recording like a little mixtape, and Saint and Dappy was close. They went to school together. My baby mum went to school with all of them as well. Right. That's just separate, you know what I'm saying? But they was aware of that at the time. My daughter weren't born on that, but I think I was with her at the time. Yeah. So like, we just realised we all know so many people, whatever. Yeah. But I don't know, one day he called me on a Friday and was like, yo, what you saying? I'm like, boom, I'm up at the studio, Nick's house. He's like, yo, come pick me up. Like, let's get a bottle. I need to chill. You know, like because they were starting to get shows every night. And I think they had their deal, like they signed to Polydor.
Right.
So he's getting worked in the studio.
Yeah.
And then he called me one day, like, and we've gone up there. He goes, I remember getting him in the car and him being like, yo, I don't want to do no music today. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm coming, just so you know, I'm coming to check the man because I need a break. Like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Don't make me record. You know what I'm saying? Don't stick it on me. And I was like, yeah, calm. I was like, I got the record I want you on, though.
Well, I'm going to show you that.
I'm going to show it to you.
But
you ain't got to do nothing. We're going to chill. We're going to smoke some weed. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we got to the yard. I got it in the kitchen, and I got the CD player. I just played the beat. I'm like, yeah, this is the beat.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the concept. And I already had this in my head. This "Prove My Love" song. It was actually like some old soul tune that was called "Prove My Love." I need to go and find it actually. But yeah, I played the record. I'm like, yeah, this is it. This is the concept. And he's listening. He's like, yeah, that's cool. He's like, go ahead and put your verse down, man. I'm gonna come in there after. Let's just do it. And then we just we just done it, man. You know what I mean?
That's sick.
But yeah, that's my guy still, man. But I don't really see him now. I see him at when he done the DJ AG thing, and he called me during COVID, like almost like he was calling people a bit emotional or something. You know, like people weren't seeing each other. You're used to being outside all the time. And he was looking for one of our other mutual friends who just not on the internet like that. He's like, where's my man? He's like, I see you on the internet. I see you posting this and that. So I know you're right. Yeah. Like, where's so-and-so? And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like checking in with people. And I was like, we had a good catch up. You know what I'm saying? I went and found that person. Yeah. And called him. I was like, I found him. He's all right. Yeah.
What's the other one? I've been waiting all night for you. That one there.
Oh yeah, no, that's not a feature on that end. I just sampled it.
Right, you just sampled that.
Yeah, that's not a feature on that end. I've got some. I do have some big collabs. I got that. I was on Charlie Sloth's album when he was rapping. Yeah. That's like, that he's kind of removed. He's kind of taken, that part of his story. He's taken it away from the internet. Yeah, no, I'm not saying taking it off the internet. You can find it. It's on YouTube and stuff. It's not like he's hiding it, but obviously that's something he was pushing at the time. Where now it's kind of drifted into, into legend. You know what I mean? But he made a good UK rap album full of UK rappers. Like Ty's on there, Rodney's on there, Skinny's on there. I'm sure. Yeah,
mad because I wouldn't really think of Charlie Sloth as like with them older artists, you know what I mean? Because you associate him as pushing all like the new guys, you know what I mean?
He was around, bro.
He's been around, You
must have seen the documentary, though.
Yeah.
With Skinny.
Tower Block Dreams with Skinny and
no,
Charlie Sloth.
Maybe not.
I'm gonna send you that.
Yeah, send me that.
I'm gonna send you that. You've seen it though, Yeah. Bro, this is crazy.
Yeah, man. It tells a lot of this stuff, doesn't it? Really.
It's basically even just the Skinny Man side of it. That's a Skinny Man. That's a Skinny Man documentary.
Yeah.
But there is no other. There is no other. For me, it's funny because me and Charlie Sloth had a bit of an argument about this. And he called me, like, yo, like, me and you cool, like on an aggro, and I was like, huh? Wait a minute, bro. But basically, like, the BBC got in touch when Skinny was in jail. That same time, Skinny's gone jail, and when he's gone jail, he's left me with his phone. So I've got his phone. So that this time was just a mental. I won't get into all of that, but it was mental amount of months. Yeah. He's got 18 months or whatever. I think he got 18 months done 9 or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I've sat there with his phone for 9 months. Yeah. And it's just madness. But forget the other madness. Obviously, I'm getting the business calls and stuff like that. So BBC.
He's probably still got that same number.
Oh, no, he does. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. He says it on there. I'm still in the same manner, on the same number. And everybody knows where I'm at and what I'm under. And the funny thing is, listen, Dappy, love you. I'm saying, Dappy's got a lyric like that as well. Yeah. But Dappy ain't on the same number.
Skinny really is.
Yeah, Skinny really is. Like I'm saying, it used to be written in the block by the lift. Man. I'm saying on the wall. Yeah. But Yeah, so I get a phone call at some point that the BBC want to do a documentary, or it might have been DJ Flip because he's the manager or whatever. The BBC want to do a documentary on Skinny Man.
Yeah.
They want to film me in the build up to him coming out.
Yeah.
They want to go to the prison and film him coming out.
Well, okay.
They want to film like him, like wanting to be, be a rapper and like have a successful career in rap. And at this time, remember, there is no successful UK rap career really. Bruce Maneuver, Blade.
Yeah.
And it's just small moments. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool. Now these times, obviously, I'm doing what I'm doing day to day. So the BBC are coming to see me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm saying I'm put the phone on silent.
Yeah.
I'm saying. So I'm like, I'm in the Starburger. We used to sit in a little cafe called the Starburger on Holloway Road. And even when Skinny was out, we was all there. So I'm still in the same cafe. I'm sitting there, I'm making them have meetings with me there.
Yeah.
And they're just asking me questions, so many questions. I'm like, these look like police, man.
Yeah.
You're asking about that, how you don't make money, or like, you know what I'm
that
saying?
sort
Like,
of-
they're asking me about shotting and being like, they're trying to allude to it, and then they end up, you know what I'm saying? And then I think I've communicated that back to Skinny, and I think probably the manager has communicated back that these guys are probably, it feels like they're trying to get this kind of crime glorified angle out of what they're doing. Yeah. So Skinny clocked that, everyone clocked that. And on the day that he came out, that he went to film them, he was like, yeah, tell them the wrong time.
Right.
Yeah. So we actually, from early, Skinny's like, right, I'm going to do this thing, but we're not going to let them kind of navigate it how they want to. Yeah. And then, like I say, when he came out, that's kind of another reason why at that time I kind of was like, right, I'm going to be over here, I'm going to chill.
Yeah.
So he's come out, I give him his phone, and then I had a bit of distance for a bit, right? So I'm not in that documentary at all. You know what I'm saying? Because then they filmed it for however long they filmed it.
Yeah.
They filmed him going into a record deal meeting and a number of things of trying to kind of take it from the road to doing music.
Yeah.
And it was called Spitting and Shotting. That's literally what they called the episode. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a series called Tower Block Dreams, but then every episode would have its own little title.
Okay, yeah.
The second episode of that series, that was the first one, and then the second episode was about pirate radio, and it's what Corrupt FM is based on.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
So Corrupt FM is like a mockumentary of that real documentary.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed this out of my radar.
Yeah, it's not that out there, right? So it's not surprising. And when I tell you this part about Charlie Sloth, you'll kind of get it. But so basically, we just knew they're filming Skinny. We didn't know they're filming nobody else.
Yeah.
So I remember going to DJ Flip's house. He's got like a VHS of this episode.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know if Skinny called me or what. He's like, we're going to sit around and watch this.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't think I'm going to sign off on it. I didn't like the way they were the kind of questions they're asking me. But Skinny's good at talking.
Yeah.
He's good at not allowing someone to control a narrative.
Yeah.
So no matter how much they try to go a certain way, he's flipped it about positive messages for the youth and what, social deprivation and like why it happens and what needs to change, rather than going into glorification.
Yeah.
So, but he was like, cool, we're going to watch it just to see. But most likely I'm not signing off on this. I don't want it to come out, basically. Right. So we sat to watch it. And when we were watching it, we realized this whole episode is filming him and another guy.
Yeah.
And it's just them two. And it's like, cutting between their stories throughout.
Yeah.
And this other guy is a guy called Charlie Sloth, who I'd never heard of at the time.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else had. But he was on a significant pirate radio station at the time. They were he was with a crew, the Grimy Limeys. I don't know if it was the same name at the time, probably. And they were doing like garage stuff and other music, but he was doing rap still out of the crew. He was rapping on different instrumentals, whatever. And he's trying to get a record deal. Yeah, he was going in with the pirate radio guy. What's his name again? It's the same station Skinny was on before. Can't remember his name now. But he's someone who's proper known around Camden anyway. And like, we watched it, we were like, because we know how the like producers of this show try to angle it. We know what they done to Charlie because we saw them trying to do it to us.
Yeah.
He did the opposite of us.
Right.
He gave them everything.
Right.
He's like, there's bits like he got stabbed. Like, people run up in his house and he'd been stabbed, and then like he's like letting them come and film him the next day, showing them scars, maybe not the next day, literally on that one, but he like at one point he takes them to someone's house who owes him money.
Man.
And like banging the door down and that. There's only a little moped. Like, don't get me wrong, his message was always, I'm trying to come away from all of that. His family had moved out the ends. He was like, right, we live out here. I'm lucky that we've managed to move out of Camden, but boom, boom, boom. Like, in order for me to, you know what I'm saying? But whatever, he gave them everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he was so entertaining. He had so much personality.
Yeah.
Like, I think, you know, when the tape ended, Skinny was like, well, I can't block that. I can't block that other guy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way. And we was all like, yeah, he needs his own TV show.
Yeah.
Like, he's just, like, that guy he's hilarious. He's like, you know what I'm saying, full of personality. And it was like, pretty much. I mean, Skinny's part was fine anyway. It didn't come across in the, you know what I'm saying? Especially against the other side where Charlie was showing them like probably too much of the roads. So yeah, Skinny let it come out. But the mad part is that was never on YouTube because Charlie Sloth would always get it taken down.
Right.
Right? And you'd go and you'd see, whenever there's a link of it, it would say, oh, this has been removed, copyright strike by Charlie Sloth. And this is years later. And I mean, someone was having a chat about it on Facebook. Yeah. And I was like, and you're like, oh. And I'd seen it go up, innit? Yeah. And I downloaded it off YouTube. You know, one of them like downloaders, YouTube rippers. I was like, right, download that just for myself. Yeah. It's not because, you know what I'm saying? I was like, right, that, you know, it's history. And I've got, even though I'm not in it, like I've got my own personal like story, what I'm telling now, to connect into that. So I was like, all these people were like, oh my God, there's a link, it's up. And it always gets taken down. And I commented on that. I downloaded it. Yeah, I'm good. I've got it, kind of thing. Yeah. And then I was like, I think it comes down because that was with the BBC, and now Charlie Sloth works for the BBC, so they probably don't want that out there. Yeah. But I think I said that first, and I went back. I've downloaded it anyway. Yeah. Now, that's when Charlie Sloth called me, and so I know this is like Charlie Sloth's huge this time. You literally just took Westwood's job. Yeah. I ain't spoke to him in a while. I think he's calling me like, have we got a problem? I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, and then eventually, like, you're saying that you've downloaded this thing. I said, hold up, brother, wait a minute. I think that you're misreading this. Yeah. And I get why he might have, because he might have read that as like me saying I'm going to put it back up. Yeah. Or
like blackmail.
Yeah, or
got you. Got the Epstein
files.
I'm
like, bro, you are my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long have we known each other? What are you talking about? Yeah. I was, bro, you know, I was around when they made that documentary. I was filmed for that documentary. You might not know this, but I was filmed for that documentary loads of times. Yeah. They didn't use those parts. And I'm just downloading that for my own memory, bro. Yeah. Like, I wasn't saying it like that. And he was just like, oh, cool. He's like, oh, cool. But then he wanted to respond to the other parts, and then he was like, yeah. He's like, man, it's do the BBC, man. He's like, I got kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to see all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't like that being on the internet. But I only even say this story now, because obviously I've just said all the things that's in it or whatever, yeah? Because it's been on YouTube now for ages. And I think he must have let go of it. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, his success has gone so... It don't matter. He must have... Because he must have just said, I'll give up on that one. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? But I respected what he said, like, you know what I'm saying? 100%, like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, of course, I get that, bro. Because we thought that at the time when we first watched it, we thought what you did. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, we thought you need to get your start. Yeah. But, you know, me and him been cool ever since. Even when we were talking before about the teeth, about going Turkey, and I didn't go in the end. Got this Invisalign instead. But when I was going to go Turkey and get my teeth done. And I was looking at researching, and I settled on this place. And then I saw Charlie Sloth on the website. Mad. I'm like, mad. And I'm like, oh, but that's someone I know. Like, I could actually. So I messaged him. I messaged him like, yo, when did you get that done? Like, how long's it been? Like,
Yeah.
what are they saying? Any issues? Like, he's never messaged me back so fast. He was like, amazing. I'm saying, I'll give you the cash. Not like, you know what I'm saying? He was like,
dope.
so I was like, okay, he's happy with it. I didn't do it in the end anyway, but I thought, co-sign. Yeah, big up Charlie Slough, man.
Yeah,
Man's proud of that guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Proud of him. Camden Town.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
It's huge, isn't it?
I think Charlie Slough might be, and probably don't get enough credit for it, like it might be the biggest thing that we've had coming out of rap in this country in some ways.
Yeah.
Because we always look at the rappers, we look at gigs, we look at Central C now, obviously. But when you think of like AU Vodka, nobody's done anything like that.
True.
Nobody. That's like, you know, all the madness aside, that's P. Diddy stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Like P. Diddy, 50 Cent, people who've done big, huge brands by coming out of where we come from.
Yeah.
And it's worldwide. I think at some point they were saying it's worth 800 million or something as a company. You know what I'm saying? Madness.
Crazy.
Do you think that is a part of why UK artists are like blowing up more nowadays, because they're more business minded, they more sponsorship deals, you got Stormzy, McDonald's, you see a lot more of that going on, don't you?
I'm not gonna, we're not bigging up the McDonald's Stormzy thing. I've already said I won't cancel Stormzy. I've said that, so I won't get into that too much. But I don't approve of that message. But I don't know how much of that we get, because taking a check from McDonald's and what Charlie Slough done are not equal things. What Charlie Slough's done is way greater than Stormzy taking a check from McDonald's. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't think that's why it's getting bigger. I think they're just throwing that kind of money at us because it's so big. Okay. Stormzy could get deals everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. He didn't need to go and do that, man. Yeah, no, I'm not saying it to say that in negative, but I'm saying like that's just where we're at. Like there are companies that will pay you to like push their brand. AU Vodka's probably one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like there's money out there. So you call Stormzy a sellout for that? No, I don't really believe in the word sellout. I don't really. No. Yeah. I don't like that term. Yeah. Because I've said it before. I don't really believe in it. That sell out or don't sell anything. We're all trying to sell something. Yeah. I always kind of thought that was Snoop. Like Snoop, they know him in every country. Snoop would be doing an advert in China for noodles. He's doing Just Eat. He's doing. Do you know what I mean? Snoop is a seller. Yeah. Because of the Donald Trump thing. But other than that, and okay, we could call. What's the Donald Trump thing? Just that he just. They're pals. No, he does. No, he did a performance on like his Donald Trump's. He did. You're right. Inauguration. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, and I don't rate that. That's selling out. You done that for money. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Nicki Minaj is a sellout for doing that this week. What's going on with the whole Nicki thing? Yeah. I think Nicki Minaj. I never liked Nicki Minaj. Always a bad energy anyway. Yeah, but I think it's a good rapper, but. That's mad. I don't know what she's trying to gain. I think Nicki Minaj is so mad that she's not that thing anymore. Yeah. She made her whole career about being the only girl, and then all these other girls came, and now Cardi B is basically bigger than her. Yeah. And Cardi B was definitely bigger. Yeah. I mean, she got the Grammy, she's achieved things that Nicki just hasn't. Yeah. I'm sure Nicki's got some accolades that she hasn't as well. But not only is she bigger than her, she's just more liked. Yeah. You know, Cardi B is like a likable person. Yeah. Her content is funny. She's hilarious. Yeah, she actually, if you take the music away, I know a lot of us from our world judge these people for not speaking on things, or like if you look at Cardi B, she'll call out the government. She'll speak against Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? So politically, she's on a completely different side to what Nicki. I almost feel like Nicki has looked at all of that and gone, all right, I'm going to be the villain then, because what else is left for me kind of thing. And then there is money in that. Like Candace Owens, all these kind of podcasters who feed into Trump support, they get loads of views and money and endorsements. They get paid. Yeah. There's a lot of big checks out there for Nicki Minaj. She's probably already getting them. They wouldn't need a McDonald's deal. Yeah. It would just be behind, under the table deal. And also it gave her He gave her a citizenship. I didn't even notice, but she wasn't a citizen.
I saw that the other day. Yeah, that's like I was
Mad.
thinking that's what she was doing, like working some kind of. But you're right. It's all money, in it. It's, do you know what I mean?
And she got, you know, she got a husband who's got a nonce charge,
Yeah.
and a brother who's got a nonce charge.
Well, yeah.
And it's like, you know, there's a lot of people make a lot of jokes about it on the internet. Oh, she's trying to like side up to them so that she can squash some charges or whatever. But it's like, okay, that might be half a joke, but there is truth to all of this. And at the end of the day, we know those people are involved in those things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What do I want to go into? What about, like, kind of differently? I was thinking about it. Snitching, mainly within American rap. If you keep it, like, do you know what I mean? Snitching in the culture of hip hop.
I mean, like on records or like 6ix9ine and all that.
6ix9ine was looked at as a rap, but then you had the whole Gunna thing. I don't know if you kept up with that trial. The young
A bit,
Thug.
but yeah, not
So
enough time.
Gunna was the first one to kind of fold, in the sense of he was the first one who said what they wanted, because they were trying to prove that YSL was not just a label but a gang as well. That's what the FBI needed to do.
So what did he actually?
So Gunna,
what did he say?
he stood up in court and said, "Yeah, YSL is a gang."
Like he was,
Yeah.
like he worded it like.
Yeah, YSL.
Which means they sat with him and told him, "We want you to say this."
That is what he done. He made a plea.
And then they've made an agreement with him with what he's going to say, so that puts on paper.
He had to say that.
No, that's wild.
But he has blown up
since
he's been out.
My daughter loves him. She's like my daughter.
Max B,
my daughter's like
like you're sending all the Max B papers and all that.
What, saying Max was snitching?
Mad.
When's that come out?
Have you seen all these papers?
When's that come out? Since he got released.
So basically, he done an appeal, didn't he?
Yeah.
His brother is never coming home.
For the same.
His brother's the one.
The shooter.
The shooter.
Yeah.
So when he went for the appeal, first of all, this is all you can see. This all obviously Whack 100. He's always got the papers for everything. I don't know how Whack 100 gets all these papers, but
probably because he's snitching. But
so what Max B did do when he first got nicked was he gave the location. He said, "Yeah, my girlfriend works here and she lives here."
Oh, in the crime, yeah.
Because she's the one who set it up.
Yeah.
And then when Max B went for his appeal, he basically said, "Yeah, he was the shooter. This happened." But by the way he's putting out, everyone's been sentenced now. It's all done. It's a wrap. But the way his brother, because his brother's been on the phone to Whack 100 on these podcasts saying, "Yeah, but by you doing that, you've now fucked up my chance of appeal.
Yeah.
You've just thought of your appeal."
Yeah. Well, if the brother's out here saying that, that's crazy. Because I was gonna try and say his brother might have told him to do that, but if he hasn't told him to do that,
yeah,
they haven't.
That's the one that I struggle with, because I love Max.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I was Coke Wave, all of that 20 years ago. Like,
that's techie though.
Yeah.
Why do that? How many years did he do?
17.
Why sit down for 17 years just to do that now?
Yeah.
That's a bit mad.
Yeah.
Because obviously
17 is different to 75 though, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, but you could have not done that 17.
There's another one just come out recently. This one came out at a good time for Kodak, because 21 Savage said "fuck the streets." Did you see all that recently?
I'm out of the loop, bro. You're educating me.
So 21 Savage was real on Twitter, "Fuck the streets. The streets is dead. Don't care. Gunna snitch. We don't care about none of that. The streets is dead. Whatever." So everyone's like, "What? Like, you've been promoting this life all these years, and now it's fuck that. Like, we helped you get rich and come up, so now it's fuck that life." Do you know what I mean? But now Kodak Black, when he was first coming up, he got robbed of a chain in the hood.
Yeah.
And he's gone out into his hood to find the youngsters who's robbed him. And he's kidnapped him, and another guy has kidnapped someone, got him in the car at gunpoint, blah, blah. Where's the guys who's robbed me? This guy's gone to the old Bill and said, "Kodak's just kidnapped me, blah, blah." Kodak's got arrested. Fuck him. And said, "Yeah, I got robbed with a chain. It was this guy and that guy who robbed me. I'm just going out there to get my chain back. They're like, who was you with? There's like, yeah, it was me and Bucky. Da, 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 da. So now Bucky's like, what? How the fuck am I involved in it?
Wow.
So yeah, this mad thing just come out recently. But I think like people don't care anymore. People still will listen to Kodak. They'll still listen to Max. That's what I originally said.
I've seen this has been a conversation for a while, especially since the 6ix9ine one, that they're saying people don't care about snitches anymore. And then I thought about it, and I thought, when did they ever care? Like, when did the general consumer of rap music, just in the popular world, ever care? They're not really from that life.
Yeah.
Like, most of the rappers are not.
Most of the listeners aren't.
Most of the listeners are not. So they're never actually going to care that much. They've just been told to care enough that within the industry, they care with each other. So if if the next generation, they're not caring enough, and maybe they don't have the power to stop anyone anymore as well. Like, you can't stop 6ix9ine making a record and putting it out, or having a record deal, or because the game's open. Anyone can do anything they want. So maybe back in the day it would have been a bit more like, oh, that guy done that. We're gonna be outside the building, and then record labels wouldn't want to sign them, or it might have had a bit more of an impact at a different time. But all the examples you gave me there, they're too much. Because obviously, snitching, like, in my mind, it's like, it can apply to literally anything. Don't snitch ever on anyone, even like just silly things to your friends. That's nothing to do with police. But then there's just like completely civilian people who just aren't from that life. Like Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion shooting. Like, I see her comments. I mean, I've spoke about this a lot because I speak about that violence against women. That's something I speak about a lot on podcasts and stuff. I've studied that case ridiculously, and I've been cussing Tory Lanez about it, like, in comments when I'm arguing. People are in there going, he's innocent. I'm like, no, fuck that, he's not. And sometimes I look at myself like, rah, I'm right, I'm incriminated, but he's already in jail for this thing. I'm just studying the case, But like, in the mix of it, what I mean is, they're calling her a snitch. But I'm like, that don't apply to her. That don't apply to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, even they'll be like, oh, she's like, she presents herself as a gangster. And I'm like, no. Or just because she's a rapper. I don't know what they're trying to say, but I'm saying that's a woman. If a man shoots a woman, or it's domestic violence, right?
Yeah.
It's a domestic violence case, as much as anyone wants to not realise that. She's supposed to go to the police.
Of course.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Even if she's a woman and her fella is a coke dealer and she knows about this criminal world and she's getting things bought for her and she's happy to live that life, she should still go to the police.
Domestic violence in a domestic violence situation.
Because it's a whole nother thing, isn't it?
It's a whole other thing. And it's like, some people will say it about like an R charge, or like, people are crazy with this stuff on the internet sometimes. And I think, I don't know if I would have ever thought like that, because there was a time in my life where it's like, it's just a code. You grow up with a code. It's like something we believe it. That's never snitched. You know what I'm saying? But now, I guess the stuff like against women is my main example, where I think it's not only like fair, it's like necessary. The only problem with it is, right, even that, is that, I'm sure none of us believe in prison that much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if the person's going to go to prison, they're not going to be rehabilitated. There's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really have an actual system that works where we can go. So that's why half the time I am like, free everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just because, like, it's a corrupt system. You know what I'm saying? So on that side, I think, what's the point? But,
I remember going to jail for a violent offence and doing everything I could to get on an anger management course. And I couldn't get on an anger management course in Norwich. They moved me to Blunderston. We haven't got one here at the minute. Gone to Wayland. No, we're not doing our anger management. We've got this course and that course. And I kept every single application.
Crazy.
applications every week. I want an anger management. I'm doing da for this offence. Da. Do you know what I mean? I was doing that for my parole.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in terms of, imagine I was like, oh, I've got an anger problem. I need to be real. They didn't even have such a simple thing in all of these jails. Like,
You think that'd be like.
You think that would be the thing?
You know what I mean?
You've got
in
to,
the
standard
three
first,
main
have it every
jails
day.
within Norfolk,
Do you
they couldn't
think that-
supply me with something very basic. If you're a
Yeah.
repeat violent offender,
Yeah.
do you think that is to like prevent you from being able to get it to help
possibly.
with a bail application? Yeah.
Yeah.
Potentially, innit? That's madness.
That is
Yeah.
mad.
So, in terms of English music at the minute, who are you fucking with at the minute?
Like I say, I'm so out the loop, man. Like right now, what's the most recent? Just now, when I was driving there, but I put this on randomly. There's an artist called Kadiata.
Rapper?
He's a rapper, but he kind of does a bit of melodic. He's a producer. He had some recent live on, I don't know, he went on live with Timbaland randomly, and he's playing his song, and they had a bit of a viral moment with a song from that.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I've done some journalism for a bit, right? So years ago, I interviewed Jay Huss and a load of people for this magazine.
Yeah.
And I did this feature on some new artists. Notes was one of them at the time.
Okay.
And this Kadiata guy was one of them
Yeah.
in the same feature. And so he's been on my radar since then. I didn't know who he was. The magazine had asked me to interview him. And like, I was just listening to his new stuff just now, catching up. I'm thinking, right, like,
Is he a
he's
real
really-
person? Is he a real person?
What do you mean?
Is he a real person?
Yeah, like I mean,
I'm joking.
Yeah.
Timbaland got an
Oh,
AI.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
joking.
No, I thought you meant something very different, but yeah. No, he's a real person. Yeah. Because, that's probably why, I don't know, Timbaland ain't signed him or whatever after the...
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that kicked off.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what, he's like...
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it.
He's like one of my favorite artists that I really think should have gone top 10 by now.
Yeah.
And he thought he hasn't, but he's bubbled along and done his thing. I hear him on the radio sometimes. I mean, his thing's more like vibey, kind of like girl songs and whatever. Like his first EP that I really liked was like a breakup thing. Maybe I was going through one at the time myself. That's why I really liked it. I don't know. But he's one of my favorite artists that I would advise people to listen to if they haven't heard him. Other than that, the latest, I don't really know. I'm not in the loop, you know. The last thing, that big thing I listened to, the Dave album that come out. But that was number one. So that's not.
When
that's
we
not
were
commercial.
young, we talk about going to record shops, HMV, whatever, Cypress Hill, Wu-Tang, Snoop, Mobb Deep, Tupac. Now the youngsters in all of our ends, most of them are looking up to people that live in the same ends, so that's good. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's amazing.
Like we've got stars now.
They like you see, the youngers now. They don't really like American rap that much, you know.
Yeah,
Like, they like British rap more than American rap.
Stuff they can really relate to.
It's
The
been like,
accents.
It's been like, I think it's been like for quite a long time. Like when me and Kingpin had that business with the flyering and stuff, we were flyering, like we had the street team we would send out, and we were flyering for like some of the big concert venues, Brixton Academy, like the Academy Music Group, and we'd put their flyers out, and they got the big American shows.
Yeah.
So there was a time then where I said, right, we're flying for these guys' concerts. We need to put one of these concerts on ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So I investigated the live music booking industry for a good year,
Right.
contacting all the people trying to make bookings. I was like, because we got all the hookups, let's book this, right? And we actually booked Nipsey Hussle.
Mad.
That's the mad part of where the story ends. But at the time, what I realized very quickly is that it's impossible to book the English artists because they're actually too big here, and they're wrapped up with like this agent here has got like that show will happen.
Yeah.
But it's going to go through that agent.
Yeah.
And there's no new person who's going to be able to get involved in that. If you wanted to do something as a new independent promoter, you're going to have to book American guy.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to make less because the English guys are killing it. I put a comment on the Michael Parkinson interview this morning because you said the same thing. and Parky kind of pushed back on it. Eventually, he agreed with you, but you were like, their D Block Europe were kind of bigger than D Block, and he was like, huh? And I already had that thought about 6 months ago, and I went and researched it heavy. Like I was like, you pointed it out eventually in it that, you know, they've toured, they've done all of this, right? But I went and looked at the numbers. So at their biggest moment, they did O2 Arena in this country 3 nights in a row.
Mad.
That's a 20K capacity venue, right? So that's 60K people, tickets, 60,000 tickets, yeah?
Mad.
So I was asking AI and then going to fact check and going to look. I was like, what is the Lock's biggest show they ever did in America?
Yeah.
Like 5,000?
See?
Really?
They've never done anything like that in entire career. They're like the Lock's are still a bigger legacy artist.
Yeah.
A huge career, songs with Mariah Carey. Longevity, yeah. They've probably made way more money over maybe a certain period of time, whatever. D Block Europe are like significantly bigger than them as far as in one moment. They've like how big they were in that period of time.
Yeah.
The Locks have nowhere near ever been that big.
Yeah.
And the mad thing is, they don't even make money off them.
Mad.
They never asked them for nothing. They just said
Do
you
you
can
know
have
how
the
that
name.
link up happened? Do you know what happened there?
I know I was there. The first Lock show that they did in the UK for years, and they brought them out on stage. This was actually where I started.
Oh, you was there.
They brought them out on stage and were like, these we've just signed these kids.
Yeah.
D Block Europe. I didn't realize it was the name at the time. They said their names. I think I've probably heard of them before because they were like rappers, people that had stuff out.
Yeah.
They didn't have no songs. They just came out and spat like some lyrics over instrumental, and I remember being like, oh, sick. So I literally looked that up the other day. That's why I looked, because I went to the Lock show again a few months ago, the last time they were here, and it was in the same venue again.
Yeah.
This is a 3K capacity venue.
Yeah.
It wasn't full. So I'm saying that's when I started thinking, these guys are big. And I was trying to remember how long ago it was that I'd seen them in that same venue bring out these 2 kids and say, we've just signed these guys from London.
Yeah.
And I went and found the flyer, and it said the artist names. It said that ads, and it was someone else who I don't even think continued being in the group. Right, I said the individual names, and then it said in brackets, D Block Europe. You know, like they put something in brackets.
Yeah.
I just think that's what they were just like, oh, this is what we'll call the label, or...
Yeah.
So I think they just took that and went, oh, that's what we'll call it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it wasn't... I didn't even know it had been written like that as that name at the time. But so I don't know, that happened. They did a few songs in the beginning where it was a bit more like what they're doing, and then eventually but they told them from the beginning, like, they just didn't sign anything, and they were like, we didn't, just run with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, they didn't ask them for a cut or nothing.
Mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. Have they ever done a track together? I've never heard of Jade on.
I think in the early time there is something.
Yeah,
I vaguely remember it.
Do you know what I mean?
I vaguely remember it. I might be wrong. And it's weird.
When they first come out, they were just rappers, like spitters, weren't they? Do you know what I mean?
Bro, the mad thing is, sometimes you look at them, people think they're not connected to our world. Yeah, there's a post that Ads put out that said, like, it says top 5. Who's your top 5 golden era UK rappers?
Yeah,
I can't remember how I came across this. And
I think I've seen this. I might have even seen you post it.
Yeah, I might have posted that. You might have seen me post it, and it was like, his golden era is a bit jumbled up with a whole bunch of errors, but cool, whatever. He's probably looking backwards, so it's. And I think he said Gigs, maybe Sway, like, but Skinny Man. I can't remember the whole 5, but Skinny Man's in there, and I look and I thought, oh shit, these people, like, they know. And then you look at his lyrics. There's a I saw you talking about his lyrics on one of the episodes. I don't know which. I think it's a different freestyle that I don't know if I've seen, but it's one of him sitting in his car. Yeah. Where he's talking about a nitty in the yard, like ODing in the toilet or whatever. Yeah. And he's just giving this story, and like that whole thing I watched, I'm like, this is Skinny Man. Yeah. Like, this is Lady Heroin. Yeah. Hayden. Like, this is when Skinny tells that story of, like, someone from the hood who, that kind of story that no one really tells. Yeah. The influence is just right there. It's mad.
It's funny they got
crazy.
bars like sitting in a flat in Norwich with Steve. Like,
Yeah. It might be. I'm gonna go back and watch that thing later
Yeah.
to see that, because when I saw you say that,
because they
Yeah.
was trapping down here when they was kids. They was getting sent down.
A
there.
lyric
They was
about
doing-
being outside King's Lynn and stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
they was doing their thing down here. They was kids. They
Yeah.
weren't, obviously weren't taking the rapping thing seriously at the time. Do you know what I mean? But
Good for them, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at what they.
what
put there.
about fucking like? There's been a big rise in northern rappers, especially Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how much you know about who you got. At the
SD
minute.
Kid.
SD Kid.
Yeah, the SD Kids thing is mad, and I ain't listened enough, so I don't know the music enough. But I've kind of followed
What he's doing,
the cultural like kind of impact.
Yeah.
I posted something online about 2-3 years ago, around like December, and I said, next year, a UK rapper will be the biggest rapper in the world for this year.
Yeah.
I remember writing that, and then I wrote, it might be Central C. Because it just looked, and it was Central C was part of what was making me think that.
Yeah.
Because like every year there's some kind of new rapper who's the biggest new rapper here. Like Cardi B was that one year. Drake was that at one point, and then continued to be. Maybe 21 Savage was whoever.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're bubbling enough. Yeah. Dirk. There's probably loads of more recent ones. But I was just like, UK rap and like English culture is bubbling enough in America that one of them is gonna be that guy very soon, like bigger than anyone in America.
Yeah.
And it was around the same time they were putting out articles saying that rap wasn't charting that much in America anymore. Currently, there was the first year ever there wasn't like a.
That was last year, wasn't it?
It was nice. It's about 2-3.
Was it?
By now, maybe. But it might be quite recent that I actually made this post as well. It was the year before Central C kind of came out with his album, which might have been. Well, we've just started a new year, innit? So probably just the year before that. Yeah. And then like an American guy who interacts with me on my socials all the time, he's like he already is the biggest rapper this year, really. And who's the other one? Ice Spice. He was like Ice Spice and Central C. There's not really anyone new bigger than them two. And I was starting to thought, I don't know if anyone noticed it the way I thought it was, but then out of nowhere, the next year or just the end of the year just passed, this SD Kid has come out of nowhere, and I'm seeing articles everywhere saying this album is the #1 album on Spotify in the world.
Mad.
Like worldwide.
Yeah.
And I don't think Central C's album did that or whatever.
No.
It charted in America and stuff like that specifically. But they were like, the numbers this kid is doing is bigger than whatever American rap came out that week, I don't know. But he was the #1, and I'm thinking
the reason why that's mad as well, because SD Kid hasn't even done like loads of big features, has he?
Don't think so.
Central C done the whole.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And he had
with Ice Spice, working with.
Yeah.
He worked with all them lot.
And he had the big viral moments and videos. Like, I don't know, mate. I'm not seeing. I haven't watched SD Kid's videos, or I've heard the clips. He doesn't show his face.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how. I mean, I kind of know how it's happening, in just that it had to happen sometime. But I don't significantly know how he's pulled it off. But salute to him, man.
Yeah, mad. Yeah, it's good to see. I mean, when did like UK start blowing up commercially? Do you think, was it like kind of like the Dizzy era, that when grime came about?
There's a number. I think there's a number of times, but. It's more since the last 10 years, I think. Like 2015. When did I say gigs? I want to say when gigs came. Obviously Dizzy Rascal, like there's them, but again, I think it's certain moments.
Yeah.
There was one guy. Dizzy Rascal was one guy, then you might have one other, Kano a bit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you had a few.
Yeah.
I think N-Dubs deserve a lot of credit.
Yeah.
For them being like, oh no, like we're gonna be like superstars.
Yeah.
Like we're really on pop TV.
Yeah.
Dizzy Rascal had that, but it's still like, oh my god, he's this rapper that's just like here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, N-Dubs probably was fitted the mold a bit more in the beginning, especially.
Yeah.
And Tinchy Strider.
Yeah.
And
He was signed to his manager was from Norwich, wasn't he?
was it? Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen what he's doing at the moment, like on social media and that?
Nah.
He's quite funny, man. He started doing interviews and stuff, podcasts and that. But before that, he was just like filming himself, like he'd be in the airport,
Yeah.
and like someone's coming up to him going, "You look like Tinchy Strider," and he's like, "I get told this all the time," and he just plays along with it for ages. And then they're like, "What's your name?" Like, "Yeah, Tinchy Strider."
Jokes.
Yeah, no, it was quite funny. It's like some kind of deadpan British comedy, like.
It was it's good to see like some people like just kept going to jail, and then when they finally clicked, I think Giggs went to jail.
Yeah.
Like the last time he went,
He's been jailed a couple of times in his career
Yeah.
since being huge, but unfortunately, do you know what I mean? Little moments, but
to the point where he says it in his music, he couldn't get booked because of Trident. They was literally, I mean, they told Norfolk police, you can't book, you can't have him. So some of my friends booked him, do you know what I mean, for a show
yeah,
that got shut down.
Shut down.
Trident was bringing up all the police forces, you can't have him in your ends, you can't have him in your... They were shutting all his gigs.
And this is what's so crazy is that they had to get so big,
Yeah.
but they did it anyway. That now Giggs can't do a show in a venue smaller than Wembley Arena.
Yeah.
So he can play at Wembley Arena because a Wembley Arena show commands enough ticket money to hire a huge security firm.
Yeah.
We can do shows now. We can do shows because these guys are like, they're going to play the pop venues. So it's not going to be that, you know what I'm saying, the thing where people are going to turn up and...
Yeah.
So, you know, like Nines did O2 Arena. No, the O2, the 20K again.
Mad.
He did one. Nines is a crazy story. He's in jail now, isn't it? But no, actually, I think I see someone post that he's out. I don't know if that's true or not, but he said he's retiring. I'm gonna do one show. He never even did shows the whole time.
Yeah.
For the same reasons, he just couldn't. He's had 6 back-to-back top 5 albums. Yeah,
Mad.
I think Nines has the best significant career and catalogue in UK rap, and I don't think people realise it because he seems separate. He's not like in the club of whatever. He's probably cool with everyone, but he doesn't seem like, I don't see him with Giggs or with the like.
Yeah,
so he just seems in his own lane, and he also just raps on boom bap pretty much. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he raps Show and Prove. Like Show and Prove does a lot of his stuff, but yeah, he did one. He sold it out in 8 minutes, and was like, "Yeah, I'm just going to do that show. That's my retirement show." And it was like done. And I just like, it's insane. But going back to what you said about the like when it started, yeah. So I think like there was that N-Dubs moment that I think is so important. I don't give it to just one moment that started when Giggs and everyone was having these huge careers, but there was a certain amount of years where they pushed on. And I don't know, between 2015 to like 2019, by the end of that, you know what I'm saying?
Obviously, when Stormzy came with the Brit Awards and
stuff
like that, that was quite Glastonbury.
Alongside
headlining Glastonbury.
That's a crazy moment.
Yeah.
Like a UK rapper headlining Glastonbury.
Yeah.
Mental.
I mean, listeners, and like you already touched on, most of the listeners aren't from the street and from the road. So they want to be listening to guys that they think are still in the road. This is a real guy, do you know what I mean? Even when we was young, like, yeah, this guy's a mad. Like, yeah.
It's just interesting, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? King Von, he's got 9 bodies. He's do you know what I mean?
It's like similar in like reggae and stuff like that, though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Hip-hop.
You want the characters.
Hip-hop is to an extreme, though. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, this guy really has killed people. This guy really is this mad guy. This is 50 Cent blew up. He's been shot. Conway, Griselda, Conway's been shot. They've all got stories. Have been shot. Come up. Do you know what I mean? But people who's actually in the road listening, I think like we want to see them people get out the street and Pot of Paper. Pot of Paper kept fucking about in and out of jail. It was lovely to see him blow. Like
Nines, going back to Nines is just a sad one because, like I say, I feel like he had the most successful chart run and nobody really notices it.
Yeah,
he still just keeps going back to. He doesn't seem to have completely separated.
Yeah, taking himself away.
And also going back, I mean, he's in jail for like weed importing or whatever. So it's like, cool. It's not really what we were talking about earlier with the young guys who are, they're getting in beef, which is a different thing.
His thing is still...
you can't, with the beef thing, it's hard because there's some of them kind of beefs that just won't, that's never going to end.
Yeah.
Cool, you can move at the ends or whatever, but if you're a public person as well and you're famous and you're about and you're going to be places, like, I do feel for them in that you can change your entire life and be a different person and not.
Yeah.
But if you've had certain beef with people in like gang related ways,
that beef
it's never gonna die. You know, like Benny Blanco, you know what I'm saying, like Carlito's Way, any moment like that can happen. You know what I'm saying,
he shot my friend 10, 15 years ago. The beef
it's
is
not
alive.
Or my cousin, my brother. You know what I'm saying, like, and you know, I very young tried to come away from anything like that. So I think I clocked it and really focused on music early enough that it was significantly like saved me in a lot of ways. But I still have situations like that happened that, you know what I'm saying, like they're never gonna, like me and certain people bump into each other. I'll probably be like, cool, because the way I think now, but I don't know what you're going to think like.
Yeah.
And then you react a certain way that I have to react a certain way.
Doesn't mean every year happens, you know what I mean?
I had a moment, I've told this story once, but I'll tell it to you because I think you get it. But it's like one of those people in my past who I had a drama with around that same early time. And it's someone I grew up with, you know, someone local to my state. When my daughter was born, so this is 20 years ago. So maybe 20 years now, we could get over it. I think we should be able to. But anyway, I'm walking down the street, my baby mom and my daughter, my daughter's in a pram. She's just born, yeah? She's like a few months old.
Yeah.
I'm just moved into a new house, the other side of Islington, thinking, cool, I'm over this side. This is like the posh side. I'm good. Yeah, we're going to be good over here. I'm away from all of them over there. Yeah. And I'm walking down the street and I see this guy who it's the worst person for me to see.
Yeah.
Right? My baby mom knows who he is. She knows what's going on.
Yeah.
But he's walking down the street with a heavily pregnant girlfriend.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh shit. But cool, you know, we're in a neutral scenario here. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool, it's a moment. And you know, he's come all smiles. Oh, what's good? So I'm like, yeah, what is good? Like, I'm calm. I'm just shaking his hand. I'm like, look, what's good? Like, are you all right? One, and then I'm like, look, I'm a father, and I just become a father, so things are a bit different now. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna be a father as well soon. But he's like, you know, you're you, I'm me. Yeah. So we'll catch up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yeah, it doesn't matter what I think of my life, like, you know what I'm saying, that I want to go and just be a dad and I can't control that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's kind of, you know, it's mad. I look back at that moment, I think it was like a movie. It was kind of gangster what he said still, you know what I'm saying? I might put it in a film or something one day, but it was just real. And, you know, we haven't, it's 20 years. I've seen him a couple of times since then, but not like, I don't know, we're not like where we was close enough for, you know what I'm saying, or in a compromising situation. So I don't know. I mean,
I think a lot of it will depend on how someone's life is doing. And a lot of doing well in life.
That's true, but a lot of the times people's lives are not doing. A lot of the times, especially the type of people that you might have certain situations with, everyone can turn their life around. I hope so. I hope he's doing great. You know what I'm saying? And anyone I've ever had a situation like that, I hope they're doing great. Really, you know what I'm saying? Even if it was like something that they deserve madness for, I still hope that I would rather people learn and, you know what I'm saying, and we move forward. Yeah. But sometimes they're not, you know what I'm saying? Things happen, you know what I'm saying, where sometimes people just can't forgive, innit? To be honest, like, him, I'd kind of understand not being able to forgive. Not me, but, you know, things happen, innit? And it's just like you can't let go of some stuff. Some people can't. So, you know, I hope, I just got to focus on that I can, innit? Meditate, move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, if I can keep the thing rolling, I need to go for a piss.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's interesting to hear about
Yeah, man.
all that time, because I was just say like when you're talking about Skinny,
Yeah.
that era, that was when I'm just like a fanboy
Yeah.
of UK hip hop. Do you know what I mean? Like Hip Hop Connections. It was like
Same, man.
every edition and all that.
Same, man. That's why I say the story I did in the beginning, that I was that fan as well, man.
Yeah.
I was that fan. I just got a moment where, and I guess I was just from I'm from the
you're
same
in
ends
the
as these
area,
people.
innit?
I'm here. My actual culture and street, everything is like the same. So I just got brought into it. I was buying that magazine every month from the newsagent, and then like that first show we did at Subterranean, where we were just the support act for Mud Family. We was in the magazine.
Yeah.
You know, like the front where they do the photos.
Yeah.
It had the photo montage. It was Big Ben. Big Ben was there rapping on the stage, and you could just kind of see the corner of my hat. And I was gassed. I was hating. Like, I'm hating. You got your picture, but yo,
I don't know
the
if
corner of my
magazines
hat.
are making a comeback. I know Wordplay's just released some stuff, but like I had a little review, and there's something about a magazine
No, it's
where you're
amazing.
like, yeah, I'm in a magazine.
It's special.
Yeah.
But I'm starting a role. I haven't announced this, but I'm starting a music editor role at a magazine. The one I mentioned before that I interviewed Jay Huss.
Okay.
So that's magazines. You know, they still exist. It's a different industry, like where the record labels still really care about that.
Yeah.
Because it comes with the photo shoot, the fashion. Like I guess they use it online, but
Pushing
the print.
culture in it as well as just the music. Is sort of, and I suppose they can sell things in it.
Yeah, and advertising and whatever.
Yeah.
And like I think the physical magazines, I don't know how many people buy them, but they still go around into industry places. So that's why they still exist. So yeah, I'm starting that role from. I did a couple interviews for the last issue. The next issue, I'm gonna be the music editor officially, and I'm gonna try to do a feature in it. I'm gonna do a feature in it called Shift, which is gonna every month I'm gonna have 2-3 like podcasters or people that are big on social media. They might not be artists, because I think in that fashion magazine space, they're still behind. Like they're not. These guys are the guys. You know what I mean? Like the people that are like influencers or whatever you want to call them. People that are talking about like social issues or like conversations around music. So yeah, that's kind of my plan with that.
I just want to...
The bell is
21 quick fire questions.
Okay.
Don't think too much, just boom.
I think it's hard for me not to think, but go on.
All right, coffee or tea?
Tea. Never drank coffee in my life.
Adele or Amy Winehouse?
Come on now, Camden Town, Amy.
Dizzy or Wiley?
Wiley, man, Godfather.
50 Cent or Jay-Z?
Jay-Z, best catalogue in the game.
The Godfather or Scarface?
Godfather.
Pizza or pasta?
Oh yeah, that's mad.
Yeah.
I think pizza, I have to answer this a bit, like this is important. I think pizza is like one of the greatest inventions of all time.
Real.
But I think I'm still gonna say pasta. Anyway.
Funny they're both Italian. Beatles or Rolling Stones?
Beatles.
DJ Premier or RZA?
RZA.
Stormzy or Chip?
Chip.
Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali?
Tyson, because of the era. Muhammad Ali for also his fighting, but also what he stood for.
Okay. Mary J. Blige or Lauryn Hill?
Lauryn Hill.
Eminem or Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne.
This one I'm interested. Arsenal or Tottenham?
I don't care about football, innit?
Okay.
Arsenal. I have to still say Arsenal though. I'm Islam. Yeah.
Breaking Bad or The Walking Dead?
Breaking Bad. I love The Walking Dead though. I got the comics, everything.
Big Daddy Kane or KRS-One?
Big Daddy Kane.
Marvin Gaye or James Brown?
Marvin Gaye. Even though James Brown, like that guy, you know what I'm saying? But
legend.
Yeah.
Sexy Beast or Snatch?
That's a. Do you know, I don't actually know if I watched Sexy Beast. You know,
Mad.
I don't even know if I
Very
watched it. I know what film it is. I'm sitting there thinking, have I even watched it? I can't answer.
If you haven't, you've got to go back
that's a
and
mad
watch
one,
that
isn't
one.
it? Is it Ben Kingsley?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen it.
Ben Kingsley's a madman in that.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched that,
I might go and watch it later and go, oh, I have watched this. You know what I'm saying?
watch
But
that.
I know
It's
it's
a
like,
mad film.
I've got certain classics on my list. I'm like, I never watched it. And I love films. Anyway,
UB40 or Madness?
Madness, Camden.
Of course.
Yeah.
Kendrick or Drake?
Drake still.
Okay.
Kendrick won the battle, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But yeah, Drake, I think Drake, like, during it, I just think I prefer Drake as an artist. I actually think he's a better rapper.
Same.
I think he's a better like lyricist, like rapper. But I do think Kendrick's best 2 albums, the first one, Good Kid, Mad City, and Damn, are better than any Drake album. But Drake has the catalog.
Same. I agree. Gigs or pot of paper?
I'm gonna say Gigs still, but yeah,
And the last one, I think we already know. There's Tupac or Biggie.
yeah, Tupac. Come on,
Okay.
come on.
Couple interesting ones in there. Couple interesting ones. What caught me by surprise? Probably the Kendrick or Drake, actually, but I shouldn't be that surprised.
Yeah, but I think most people expect, especially like rappers.
Exactly.
Like, you know, I liked watching your thing, like watching your couple of podcasts before I came here. And I realized, I don't know if I knew this already, but you're like of the UK hip hop scene and very knowledgeable and aware of it and the underground and the hip hop. But you're like me and Skinny and like we listen to all sorts. You know what I'm saying? We listen to the commercial, like where some people are so stuck in this underground thing. I hate it. It's like, oh no, only this type of beat. Like I'm like, huh? Like that they can't listen to Drake and see.
It is like the boom
can't
bap
see he's a good
thing,
rapper.
innit?
Yeah, nah, for
So
real.
and I all the streets because they just don't. In the UK, we've seen some people are scared of that. They actually they won't listen to gigs because they're like, oh no, it's too scary.
Exactly.
And like obviously you're from a different life, so you can relate to it all. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's like that's how I try and look at it. And I look at them guys. I think that's killed the UK hip hop scene very early.
Yeah.
That fear of certain lifestyles or people.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't connect with grime properly. They, you know, the UK rap street stuff that came later.
Yeah.
They had to create their entire new industry because our lot, not us, because, you know, you'll see, like I've mentioned already, Skinny has relationships with loads of these people and they really mess with him.
Yeah.
They don't even see him as one of the people in that hip hop scene over there, but most people do.
Yeah.
So, but they wouldn't mess with the other rappers there, really. I mean, and there's this separation that I just think, to me, it's all hip hop and it's all one, and it's from the streets. So I hate it when them guys are like, oh yeah, them lot over there, they glorify this or they're doing this, and I'm like, that's like young, even in America, even us, like there'll be a kid from some rural village in the UK.
Yeah.
He's into hip hop, he loves High Focus or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, he just only boom, real hip hop. You know, people say real.
Yeah.
So many people could say this is real hip hop.
Yeah.
And you could be saying it about completely different things. But when them guys say it, it really like winds me up because it's like you're some kid, middle class, sitting in the countryside somewhere, and you're gonna be like listening to hearing Chief Keef and going, this ain't real hip hop. And I'm like, this is a young black African American kid from the culture of where it came from. Like literally, it came from that culture and people.
Yeah,
he's telling his story the same way. I dare you tell him he's not hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for real.
Yeah. Although you can be hip hop too. I'm saying like all of it.
Yeah.
You know I'm saying it's just like
No, I love the switch up on Love Salsa.
Yeah.
I love Novar track.
Oh yeah. I think I love what I did on that tune though. That's one of like I think my flow and it's one of my things that I feel I was most in my pocket rapping. But I you know, the misogyny. I don't like that anymore. You know, red flag for me. But,
it's mad.
We've all got things we've said.
We're getting older, innit? It's mad. Like I'm aware that one day Ayana's gonna be able to go back and listen.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm already there. She don't listen, but you know, I think that like if I'm driving with my daughter in the car, like obviously I wouldn't be driving around playing my music anyway. But when I listen to my music, I think of that.
Yeah.
I think like if I hear certain things I say, just like vulgar, I cringe like, allow it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think to myself, I couldn't drive around my daughter and play that. She was Dad, what did you say? You know what I'm saying? And like, but like I couldn't put Snoop Doggy Style on and drive around with her. I just wouldn't do it. Like it would just feel, and it's like I love that. I love that music. I justified it at the time and still do now to a degree. But if I don't feel comfortable just driving around with my daughter, who's an adult, even as an adult playing it, then there's something. You know, I once drove around playing nines. Yeah, like Show and Prove produced a single at the time, playing the new album. Crop Circle 2 is a song called I can't remember the name of it. Birthday. It's like it's like the days of the week. He's saying all the days of the week. Gotta get a different girl for every day of the week. It's a massive tune, but he's not like. Of course, it's misogynistic, but he's not like attacking women, calling them names or anything like that.
Graphic.
He's just talking about you know, being a player. But so even that I'm playing, and my daughter likes nines. She's like she plays his songs. She was playing his songs one time, and it was a Show and Prove beat as well. Yeah, like in her room, and I had to shout to her like, "Yo, what you know about that?" She's like, "Yeah, no, this is my rapper." I was like, "Oh," I was like, you know, Ellis produced that because like she knows Ellis. Yeah. My friend comes by the house. I was like, she's like, "Oh shit," yeah. She's like telling her friends and that. But anyway, I'm playing that song. The song ends, but my daughter turns to me, she goes, "Dad, you're too old to listen to fuckboy music."
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? We are.
Like, oh, that's mad. That's
getting
mad.
older, and like most of us are evolving and changing. And
yeah, of course.
With that, not everyone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Because everyone that I've grown up with hasn't grown up. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Some people are still doing exactly the same shit, and like they haven't grown up. And I hope one day like something does click for them. Do you know what I mean? For a lot of us, something switches when you have a kid. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But even that. Not even for that. Everyone.
Not even that. Yeah, I've started to think back about. I had a kid young. Yeah. 22, 23. And like I think I'd already had the switch. Yeah. Where I was, like I said, I was young. I was trying to not do anything like that anyway. To be honest, I was never trying to do any of that anyway. Yeah. Because I met Skinny. Like I was 15 years old. I was trying to be a rapper. Yeah. And then all of that. It's just I'm from a council estate. It just evolved. That carried on being life. But I was always not. But I guess when I had a kid, I probably did get more serious, like, right, I really got to not, but I definitely still did for quite a while. Yeah. You know, there was the later on time where I was like, right, I don't know, it was more gradual than that, I would say. Yeah. Yeah.
There's another one, I don't know, that just popped into my brain. Fucking, what's your relationship with Wordsmith?
Oh, yeah, that's a mad one. That's my brother, man. Let me
Is he your actual brother?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, we were getting this a little bit confused.
I'm just saying it. I say that's my brother, you know, like bluntly, just to say that's, you know, that's my. I didn't grow up with him. I didn't grow up with him. Remember, Wordsmith's from Brixton. Right. Okay. Yeah. So Wordsmith's from Brixton. I'm from North. He's from South. I'm from North. We came out. His album came out the same year as mine, I think. Right. And he was bubbling. I was bubbling in North. He's bubbling in South. Genesis Elijah was rolling with him, and he had an album out just a year before that I was on. Then Jen was on Words Out. So like, I kept hearing this guy's name, and my record label even said to me, "Have you heard of this guy Wordsmith?" So he's like popping at the moment. And madly, there was a I can't remember which magazine. There was a task force interview in a magazine somewhere at the time, and they were like, you know, they're like, "Oh, who are you listening to at the moment?" And Chester was like, "There's this rapper called Wordsmith. That he's the best rapper in the country. He's literally like, there's no point listening to anyone but him, pretty much." Like he was like hyping him up, and I remember seeing that and all that. And I don't know, I played his album one time, but anyway, I moved to Brighton around that time. Right. Yeah, I had the Next Madness going on. Yeah. Which I've told in another podcast, and I already, you know, probably no time to. But I had a whole madness on road going on that involved Professor Green, but
on a street level, like a madness.
Kinda, yeah. Not like not physical, like, but I'm saying like a robbery and yeah. Anyway, me and Green was, and my other boy was just caught in the middle of it. My friend got kidnapped in the middle of it. All like it was a madness, yeah. So afterwards, I was like, let's kick out the ends. Let's get out of here for a bit, whatever, yeah. And me and my boy, we'd been driving around to all the little like hip hop shows. We'd go to Brighton a lot. There was a really good UK hip hop scene there at the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's go Brighton. And we had some other friends living there, so we went and lived there for a bit. And Wordsmith in Brixton just kind of happened to have do the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just there living in Brighton because he had madness going on in Brixton.
Yeah.
He's kicked there, and like I've gone to they had a thing called the UK Hip Hop Festival that used to happen in Brighton once a year. It was on the beach. Black Twang headlined it that year, and I went down there, and like my lot, I don't know, the guy I moved there with my boy, he just didn't come. He might have passed through briefly, and then I was just there on my own, and then like someone was like, "Oh, you met this Wordsmith?" I was like, "Ah," and then like just since that day, me and him just, we had a very shared experience of like kicking out the ends. And we were just together, you know what I mean? We just got become mad tight, you know what I'm saying? And even then, obviously, like, I imagine why you're asking with who I'm affiliated with and the kind of beef what happened or whatever. He told me about that, like he had an issue with Chester then, yeah? And, I don't know, me and Chester was never like super tight like that anyway, but I wasn't seeing Skinny them times either. It's not like I was around these man a lot, yeah? But he explained that he felt Chester dissed him on something or whatever. And he spat me that whole thing. And I did say to him at the time, like, you don't know what you're talking about on a couple bars there. Because there's some bars in that are a bit like techie or whatever. But it wasn't a deep thing to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like people, where we're from, people beef, have fallouts, like, whatever. They call it a hip hop element to it where it's even less deep. You're cussing each other, cool, whatever. You diss him, if he diss you back, that, whatever. And also he hasn't put this thing out. Yeah. So I would have probably advised, leave that. You know what I'm saying? And then I took Wordsmith to Big Ben. It was when Ben come out of jail. Ben just come out of jail, so he's not even met these people. So Ben's come out of jail. We've gone to an event. It was actually a battle.
Right.
There's a whole nother story here that I had a bit of a drama with Chester myself this day, yeah.
Okay.
And I had a bit of a falling out with Farmer and Chester that day. That was probably, it's a bit my fault, but also Farmer's. It's better between me and Farmer. Yeah. I think I'm gonna do a podcast with him soon where he's gonna come on mine. So I'll save that story properly for that. Yeah. But whatever, it's just like family clashing as you do, yeah. But separately, Wordsmith was with me that day, yeah?
Right.
And I've walked in that venue and I've seen Chester, I think I see Farmer first, and I was like, yo, you know Wordsmith? Have you met Wordsmith? He was like, nah, but I know the music. Like, these times they don't know. Like, Wordsmith has got this paranoid thing in his head that he feels like Chester dissed him on stage one time. That's how this whole thing. So I've just thought, I'm going to squash this now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, this is my brother. Like, me and him have got real tight. And I introduced them to each other. Yeah. Then I seen Chester and I told him, like I said, Joe, this Wordsmith, I've seen you big him up. I'm saying, he's my guy, you're my guy. He seems to think, like, feel some way about something. You should talk about it.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, they had a brief conversation about it, and I'm sure Chester's like, nah, it's not that. Like, so that happened, and I think that was kind of, I don't know if anything else has gone on, any other communication about this before that, but then, I don't know, Words had, basically that recording of Words dissing Chester was like some, I don't know, it's a show he did somewhere. Right. He just randomly decided to perform. I don't know why. Yeah. He might have just done it off the cuff, decided he's gonna spit this. It was like an in-store thing somewhere. Yeah. And he just spat that verse. He had done that before I'd put them together to have that conversation. Right. I don't know how long, maybe a few months, I don't know. Yeah. And then whoever that record store thing was with had recorded that. So and then they just went and they just put it online one day. Yeah. And then that's gone back and they've heard this and been like what the hell? And he was saying some really like serious stuff in it. Yeah. So obviously then you replied and the rest is history, innit? Do you know what I mean? But it's like, it could have been, in my head, like it just could have been avoided. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's probably like miscommunication all around in most places. And like I say, I tried to stop it. and they're all family to me. So it's weird. It's a weird one for me because like that's just my brethren.
Yeah.
And like, sometimes you're gonna have someone who's really your brethren, especially like in the same ends. You're gonna have someone like this is really my guy I come up with, but that's my guy I come up with. But they want to kill each other. I mean, it can be worse than what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
Just like in the ends. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's unfortunate. But then they're mad cool now, innit? They've got a song together. Well, that last album Words put out, it's got a Chester feature on it.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, madness.
Yeah, it's all politics, and like you say, it's like falling out of their music. Do you know what I mean? I've had it even just on a smaller level in Norwich where two of my friends are going at each other, and I'm just well out of that because been in situations where it's not music, people have fell out, and like you say, it's
you just kind of you have to stay out of it sometimes.
Sometimes you have to. But we're definitely gonna have to do a part 2. I mean, I don't even know. It's been nearly 3 hours.
Has it?
You know what I mean?
Well,
we're definitely gonna have to do a part 2. But like, I mean, finish on some positive stuff. Like, I can tell obviously you're growing. Do you know what I mean? You're evolving. Do you know what I mean? You're doing a lot more. Stuff like you care about the ends. Do you know what I mean? You're fighting for what's good and what's right. I always see you standing up for what you believe in and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? You don't glorify anything bad. You're trying to do some good out there. Do you know what I mean? So you're evolving. What is part of your life now? Do you know what I mean? That's helped you. You said about meditation and stuff like that. Do you actually meditate?
I'm not that good at it. I was for a while. I've got an app on my phone called Calm, which was a daily meditation. I was doing that for a bit, but I got diagnosed with ADHD as well, which I never thought in my life last year, and I realized that's why my brain's too wired to meditate. Although I can do it. If I want to. The more you practice it, the better you'll get at it. So I do want to get back to that. I would say just sobriety is the easiest thing to say. That's something in my life that holds things together. Just being sober, definitely. It makes some things. I'm not gonna say it makes things difficult, but it means you have to face certain things in more confront things in a more difficult way.
Yeah.
But it definitely is better, to do that, and just never wake up with a hangover.
That's the best.
It's and not just because it's a headache and whatever, but just because you're gonna do better with your day. You're gonna be more positive.
Yeah.
You're just gonna all round. You're gonna have a better day-to-day function and life in a sober life. To be honest.
Yeah.
And I don't, whatever everyone else does, sometimes, especially with weed or whatever, I don't smoke and weed or nothing either. Some people, I see that's a medicine for them.
Yeah.
I get that. You know what I'm saying? It was maybe for me once, but it's not for me. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can fool yourself into thinking things are medicine as well.
The
devil works in mysterious ways, you know what I mean? But also I agree, for me, being sober is just better. Dealing with reality sometimes is hard, but that is life, and that is what I'm choosing to do also, is deal with that with a sober brain, do you know what I mean?
100%.
I don't know what you was like, but me personally, when I used to drink and sniff and party and all of that, do you know what I mean? I wasn't actually in control of the decisions I was making, do you know what I mean?
I definitely reached that point. I'm saying I never really done anything else other than drink, but the drink alone, I could reach a point where I now realize I wasn't in control. Yeah, for sure. And I didn't drink all the time. I never drank at home. I would, which because especially when I had my kid young, I didn't have alcohol in the house. I wouldn't drink on the evening.
Yeah.
But it's just our culture in this country to binge drink. Do you know what I mean? When you go out,
of course,
you go at it. Do you know what I mean? I'll be at it for days. And then them times when I lived in Brighton, it was just I'm here to get away from everything, but it became the most destructive time because it's a party town.
Exactly,
People are at it constantly, and also ego comes into it where it's I'm coming here from a big city
Yeah.
and I'm now becoming like a worse version of myself.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like I can like push myself around. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I realize that now, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
no alcohol is basically would just make all of that so much better.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. No, I get that. Fucking, in terms of music, what's your plans for the future? What's happening with the music side of things? Obviously, you've been doing the podcast stuff and
Yeah.
everything else you've been doing, but musically,
So I've got a project called Social Justice Warrior that I got funded for it maybe 5 years ago.
yeah,
I just never put it out. I've still got the money. Like I spent some of it making it. I've
Yeah.
still got like 2/3 of the money sitting in a business account, like dedicated to like, right, I'm gonna put that out. And I've just picked up on it recently. I'm like, I've got to change one or two things. So that has to come out before I do anything else.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like the Help Musicians organization. For anyone who's doing music, young people, whoever, it's an organization to look up. They fund projects.
What's that called, sorry?
Help Musicians.
Help Musicians.
So the fund I got is called the Do It Differently Fund, which I found out recently has changed its name. So I'm not sure what it's called now, but it's a fund for artists who are already active and have already done quite a lot.
Yeah.
But you might be on a certain stage where some funding could help push you a little further to get some help. So they funded basically an EP for me, and I just didn't put it out.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I mean, it probably was around the time, not when I quit drinking, it was quite a while after that, but it was like while I was on a journey of like looking into my diagnosis. Before I looked at autism and ADHD, I was just looking at like anxiety, PTSD, mental health, going to therapy and things like that. So I was like, had this project to put out, and I put these really serious issues in this project, which I hadn't done really before or for a long time. I got really anxious about putting it out. Like, I intentionally made these songs to trigger people.
Yeah.
So when they hear the titles, like all the kind of like reform voters and racist people and people that hate women, all the things like they're gonna hear this and it's gonna wind them up. Them people, and it's like almost the EP is almost like I'm trolling them with the songs and the title and everything.
Yeah.
And then the idea of putting it out just made me think, to be like they're just gonna be in my comments constantly. So it was just like, so I just haven't all this time. I thought, but it's, I think I'm about ready. So
you're ready to go to battle.
So I'm gonna, exactly. Or I'll just like ignore them. Do you know what I mean? We'll see what happens. I'm not good at ignoring them, but I want to get better. I just put something out and ignore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've got to do that first. That's the only reason I say that. But I started creating again after years. The only time in my life where I went for years with not really recording. The last however many years, and I started making an album at one point that I want to call Mud Baby, which is gonna be like, I don't know if it'll be the last one I do, because I was like, all that social justice thing, that's the concept over there. But like just my normal thing, what I do, and my story, and going back to like the Mud Fam element and like that energy. I've never really, I don't think I've given my following who would remember me from back then that album. Because my last album I done, I was like singing autotune and like I've always moved and tried some new stuff, which probably annoyed people. Or like annoyed some of my following, and I never cared. I do what I want.
Of course.
But I just thought, I'm older, I kind of feel like making that album right now. I feel like rapping.
Yeah, it's part of your story and you need to...
So I've done that, in 2 weeks I've done 7 songs, but they're just like one verse, one idea, like, because I need to feature, like, Skinny has to be on this album. I mean, other, like, mud people, especially from the time we done that EP, they have to be on it. So at some point I want to make and put that out, basically. I wanted to do it this year because this is the 20th anniversary of my first album.
Mad.
Is this year. And but in the mix of doing that, I've recorded 2 like group projects, which I'm not gonna actually say what they are. They're not a Mud Fam project before everyone gets excited, but but yeah, like I've done 2 albums that's kind of a group project, like a collab project. And that will actually come out first. They're nearly ready. But, so there will be music.
Yeah, bro. We look forward to that. I also dropped my first mixtape 2006. So I was 20 years.
I was heavy.
I was in jail. I was in a DCAT. There was me. There was a guy from Peckham called Pex. There was a guy called Risky from Brixton.
And you was recording it in there from back then?
Yeah. We was in jail, but we was getting home leaves town.
Oh, yeah.
So we was going to Risky had like a work placement in Portman Road studio.
Heavy.
So we was going there. And we released this thing, Verses in Bars. And then I think we all ended up going back or recalled, or do you know what I mean?
Madness.
So that really didn't, do you know what I mean? But yeah, so 20 years, it's mad. Fucking, yeah, I always like to see what the mushroom gods are saying, do you know what I mean?
What's going on
Pick
here?
one of
What
these
is
and
this?
then, yeah, just pick one at random. I'll fuck with mushrooms, do you know what I mean?
I don't know
All
what's going
types
on
of
here though.
mushrooms. Yeah, just read it, bro.
Terra Slim's gonna.
What's the mushroom gods telling us?
It's not like which stuff? Hairy trumpet funnel, Panis fasciatus. Reduce the clutter around you to make way for the new.
There you go. That's your card. Take that, bro.
Okay, and
You know what I mean?
I got to clean my living room.
There you go. And even what you're talking about in the music, it makes sense.
No, it's real.
You know what I mean?
This makes a lot of sense to me.
What's that mushroom called? The hairy
The
trumpet
hairy
funnel.
trumpet. Hairy trumpet funnel, like it says funnel.
Mad.
Separate.
I am the hairy trumpet funnel. Do you know what I mean? Fucking,
love
you know
that.
what? Like, last night I was laying in bed writing some questions, and I didn't even look at them, bruv. So like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? I always like to have a few there because there's
Oh,
things I
same.
want to ask you, but like, it's nice when it just flows. And like, definitely we're gonna have to do a part 2 because there's so much
want
other
it,
stuff
man.
I wanted to ask you. Do you know what I mean?
Want it?
But yeah, it's nice to know that you're fucking gonna be making new music. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So I look forward to hearing that, and definitely getting you on the show again.
Thank
It's
you,
been a
man.
pleasure, my bro.
Bro.
Love,
Thank
bro.
you, man. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, man.
All right, fucking. What you gonna play us out to? What's this song here?
Oh yeah. This is Prove My Love, man.
Prove My Love.
It's the one we spoke about earlier, featuring Dappy.
All right,
Let's let it run, man.
let's do it. Big up Dappy. Big up Nova. Nova Flip. Peace.
Yeah, DAPs, Supernova, N-Dubs, are you mad as Ferralis? You're the reason why I do the things I do. However much you piss me off, I keep my cool. But you know I stick around. But right now I've had enough of trying to prove my love to you.
I done put my life on the line while I gave you was yours what was rightfully mine, so that I could provide, live the life full of crime, just to give you more what you hyped on my line. But I ain't in none of the arguing, so I'm trying to show you this love in my heart again. You ain't see it, then it's something I can't defend. Till your mind change, like come on, let's start again. So it's like 1 minute you'll be singing Tupac, run the streets, flip the script. Next minute I'll be coming home to beef, talking about I don't treat you right, while I treat you with love. You don't see that, right? You just see what you want me to do for you. But when I hold you and tell you you're beautiful, you don't care. I don't know for true what's up with you, so I'm through trying to prove my love to you.
You're the reason why I do the things I do. However much you piss me off, I keep my cool. But you know I stick around. But right now I've had enough of trying to prove my love to you. You're the reason why I do the things I do. Even after everything we've been through, I'm still with you. You know I'll stick around. I've had enough of trying to prove my love to you.
Second verse for my brethren, I love you like a true brother. Through bare fuckery, we stuck it through with each other. Couldn't stick it through with you though while you went under and lost your mind after losing your baby's mother. I did you wrong in the past, now I'll admit to that. Even though you never showed it, you was pissed at that. Maybe you spent all these years just trying to hit me back. You hit me hard in my heart when you hit that crack. I'ma write you a letter like, are we cool? Is everything alright? How come you don't answer calls? How come now you roll with them junkies? Hating on me, I remember when you told me you loved me, and I showed you I loved you. I know that it touched you. I never put no one above you, and still to you I must be true. But I'm through trying to prove my love to you.
You're the reason why I do the things I do. However much you piss me off, I keep my cool. But you know I stick around. But right now I've had enough of trying to prove my love to you. You're the reason why I do the things I do. Even after everything we've been through, I'm still with you. You know I'll stick around. I've had enough of trying to prove my love to you.
I gave you my life, my soul, my heart. Cause being with you was my chosen path. At times we broke apart, then we joke and laugh. As I got back to beats and I wrote these bars, I stuck it through with music for better or worse. For the fans on the road who remembered my words before shit went fucked and then it was cursed. I put love in my music in every verse. Then I was hurt when I see the state of the game and corruption in those trying to rape you for change. Man who's trying to block you from stating your claim. I can never chase them again, so let them all hate when they mention my name. From I showed love, there ain't nothing left to explain. Stress from the pain of them fools who judge my moves. Now I'm through trying to prove my love to you.
Yeah, it's a good thing, bro.
Love, man.
You're the reason why I do the things I do. However much you piss me
Well,
off,
it's
I
just
keep
seems like
my
it's
cool. But
gonna
you know
finish
I
in a minute,
stick
aren't you? Like,
Right now I've had enough for trying to prove my love to you. You're the reason why I do the things I do. Even after everything we've been through, I'm still with you. You know, I'll stick around. I've had enough for trying to prove my love to you. I've had enough for trying to prove my love to you.
Gangster. 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 Gangster.